Welcome to Dolly Talk. This is Dolly. How is everybody doing? Um, we are continuing on with the Stefan Angelle unaliving trial. It is still the second part of day one. Let's see. This is a retrial. First trial was February of 2024, and that was a hung jury there. We saw yesterday from an officer who was nearby and responded. Also saw from a garbage truck driver who was a witness to the event and heard the gunshots. And oh yes, and basically two individuals had a friendly disagreement on social media and decided to meet as one does for fisticuffs. They partook in said activity, and Stefan decided for whatever reason that fisticuffs were not enough for him, and he decided to go back to his vehicle and retrieved a firearm, which escalated things into a firefight. So the victim died, obviously, and Stefan was also shot, but he survived and is now on trial. So I think that's yes, Babu here. Thank you, Babu. Yes, okay. Hi. Yes, good boy. All right. Thank you for the recap. That helped. Why didn't he already have his heat? Well, because it was supposed to just be fisticuffs. Two hot-blooded young men and got into a fight with their posses. They, of course, brought their posses to fight. The first location they went to, they decided it was not conducive to a brawl. So they both agreed to find a better location to go partake in said activities. As one does. Okay. I think I got the right stuff here. So we finished Jennifer Timon. And now we got this. Oh boy. This big old Texas boy here. He's wow. Don't want to mess with him.
For the record? Would you go ahead and state your name for the record? John Thompson. You can move that microphone
How's the sound, guys? Let me know.
enough, just so the jury can hear you. And is it Sergeant?
Yes,
Sergeant Whatnot, how are you currently employed?
Sergeant Whatnot?
at the Port Arthur Police Department.
And how long have you been with the Port Arthur Police Department?
I have over 20 years.
And you're a certified police officer?
Yes, I am.
Have you been a certified police officer that entire time?
Yes, I have.
Any prior law enforcement experience?
No,
You've been with Port Arthur the entirety of that time.
time.
Were you working with Port Arthur Police Department on December 27th of 2021?
John
Yes,
Coffee.
I was.
What shift were you on?
Day shift.
Day shift. Can you describe what time that would range from?
I range from 06:30 to 16:30.
And at about 12:49, do you recall being dispatched to the area of the 1100 block at Duquesne Boulevard in Port Arthur?
Nice
Yes.
tied,
Can you
boss.
tell the jury what that call was in reference to?
I was on unrelated call, and then I never received the radio call stating someone that shots fired in that area. So I traversed over to that area to assist the others.
Okay. When you arrived to that area, did you see anything out of the ordinary?
I was told that the suspect vehicle, which is called last seen traveling east on Thomas, then changed to east to 11, so I traveled east on Thomas.
Did you ever locate that vehicle?
I did get my eyes on it when I got to Woodworth and Thomas. The vehicle was at a high rate of speed, got to Woodworth. As I turned to go to it, it turned, saw me, and then it went back eastbound, and I lost sight.
Do you recall who relayed that information over the radio?
That was, Officer Simmons.
And you were made aware by Officer Simmons on that call of the
Hey,
vehicle.
Irish.
Yes,
And can you tell the jury the description one more time, just a little bit slower?
it was a gold passenger vehicle.
And after you lost sight of that vehicle, where did you go?
I left from there and went back to the 2200 block of, Thomas Boulevard,
Okay. And is there a specific address you responded to?
2248.
Okay. And is that in Port Arthur?
That's important.
Just to be clear, that's in Jefferson County.
Yes, it is.
Permission to approach your own.
Yes.
I'm gonna put this right here for you, showing you what's in Mark State Exhibit 5.
Okay.
Can you see that? You
Yes,
can pick it up if you need to. I'm gonna reference it.
yes,
And are you personally familiar with the object and location contained in that diagram?
yes.
Does it accurately lay out the evidence from when you approached that scene?
Yes, it does.
Did that assist you in your trial preparation for testimony today?
Yes, it did.
Would it help assist the jury in your testimony?
Yes, it did.
And this diagram, does it fairly and accurately depict the crime scene as it appeared throughout the entirety of your investigation?
Yes, it does.
I'll add that from you. Now, I'd like to offer State Exhibit 5 into evidence.
No objection, states five, Judge.
Submitted.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
That is granted.
Oh. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired
you
of
see
people
this, Sergeant
being
Bonnet?
ugly to each other.
Yes, I can.
Pretty clearly? You need me to zoom in a little?
Can't read this, but I'd like to see. But how big you make it, I won't. More on the glasses.
There's also a TV right behind you. If it's not, you don't need to read the words. We're gonna discuss. Upon arriving to the scene, what address did you say you responded to?
2248 Thomas Boulevard.
Where did you park your patrol vehicle? Were you able to see on this map?
In relations to the residence, I was parked just west of it, but my vehicle was angled in the boulevard.
Okay, can you specify the street for me?
Thomas Boulevard is the street, directly in front of 2248,
So you parked directly in front of it?
in front of, towards where you see the person on the back.
And when you pulled up, did you see that body on the
Yes, I
ground?
did.
Was there anything else you saw?
That's observed that the body laying on the ground. Then we began the investigation to find out what's going on. Got EMS and fire person that was already caring to him for his interest.
So when you said you got on with your investigation, did that involve securing the scene?
Yes, it does.
Can you tell the jury what is involved when you're securing the scene?
Typically what it involves is whatever area you believe that is have evidentiary value, you lock that street down in completion for vehicles, barricades if necessary, but in this case it was vehicles, ensuring that officers was at every point in the event that the possible other suspect or make sure that nobody goes in and contaminates the scene.
And you didn't see anybody else come onto that scene after your arrival, did you?
No.
Did you speak to any residents?
I did.
Did that resident give you any valuable information?
Residents, I believe that lived at either 2248 or in the nearby area, advised that they saw the victim come on the west side of the house that's directly to the west side of the residence from where they ran. So while our personnel was doing that, I began to go and see if I could find something that would lead me to more evidence.
So
of the
you,
investigation.
you began to go and find something that would lead you to more evidence?
Yes,
Did you start right here at the body?
yes, I did.
And where did you go?
I went to the west side of the residence, and as I walked on the west side of the residence, I saw blood trail that led me to the river.
Does this accurately reflect that blood trail?
Yes, it
Right.
does.
And where did that blood trail stop?
It led me to the roadway of 1100 block of Liberty Avenue.
Good
which
Lord, he
is
speaks like John
Would it
Coffey
be
as
right
well.
here?
right in that area, yes.
It led me.
What else did you see when you got there?
We got there and we continued to check the area, and myself and People's Officer Angelle, we located shell casings on the west side of the roadway, and the roadway, and in the grass area.
And while you're doing that, did you continue to walk further down the road?
Yes, we did.
What else did you notice?
We continue to walk down to see if we can canvass the area even more. It wasn't until a little later that we located the last portion, but we did speak to others in the area that just was trying to find out there. That's all.
So you said you noticed the first shell casings here
Yes.
and you got the blood trail that stopped.
Correct.
And you walked further down and you noticed a second plot.
There is a location here, which is 2300 block of 11th Street, where you will find several locations where you have directed your candidates.
That would be right here.
Correct.
Okay. And do you see a car in that diagram? Hard to see.
Yes, I do.
Now, was there any other officer there on scene assisting you?
Officer Angelle, Officer Cormier.
Were you ever notified of cameras that were found?
Yes, he advised us that they located a residence at 2248 11th Street. That had cameras on the residence, possibly got video for the purpose.
I'm gonna help you out here. Can you tell me where 2248 11th Street is? So the jury can see
In relation to 2300 block of 11th Street, where we just talked about the car,
right here,
is to the west, or to your left.
here.
That's 2248 11th Street.
So this is the house where the cameras were found?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you thereafter go and speak with that homeowner?
After Officer Cormier was able to reach someone, we did speak to them and gave us permission to go inside and review the video.
Were you able to watch that video? Do
This was
you remember that video pretty vividly?
Very.
Can you tell the jury what you saw when you watched that video?
initially about, according to our time to 449, but on the video, it's 149 hours a day. I observed multiple vehicles. One was a white SUV, a red vehicle, another white vehicle, and from speeding down eastbound on 11th Street, in terms of 2200 block, made a left turn on Liberty and halted that block. Then multiple subjects exited the vehicle. That's the 1100 block of Liberty.
Is this right here you're referring to?
That block right there, yes.
Was there another vehicle there after that pulled up?
There were multiple vehicles that pulled up, even the gold vehicle that pulled up in the 2300 block of that street.
Now, earlier you testified you had actually located a gold vehicle.
Correct.
You lost track of it?
That was a vehicle I lost track of.
That's the same vehicle
That's it.
that's all? What else did you see later on during the video?
Just multiple vehicles, when they pulled up, he's about out. And further north, where you see the blood trails, you saw subjects over there, it looked like they were in some type of argument or fuss or fight, but I could not see any initiatives. And suddenly I saw people start running and ducking, coming back towards their vehicles, getting in and start going. And I saw another subject run to the gold vehicle, the 2300 blocks from that street.
Did you ever see a garbage truck coming drive through?
I also saw that truck that was coming from Thomas Boulevard onto Liberty and was stopped right where the residence is at 2248, because it could not get through because everybody was in the road.
Okay, so just to make sure, you just explained a chaotic scene.
Yes.
Was that, at what point did you see that garbage truck riding through when the chaotic scene occurred?
Maybe a minute after everybody arrived or so.
Do you know where at in relation to the roadway here?
The barber shop was, yes, go up towards Thomas Boulevard, right? Come back down a little bit. Right in there is where the barber shop was. When it was stopped, it ended up being stopped there.
You say he thought he was having trouble getting
He
through?
couldn't get through because of the vehicles, because of the people.
If I'm driving down, you say he's driving down Liberty. Where did the actual chaos begin?
Right where you see the end of the blood trail, right?
Right here.
Go up a vehicle, right in that area is where the chaos is coming back towards 11th Street.
You say you saw an individual run back to the gold vehicle?
Yes.
Where did they go after they ran back to the vehicle?
It appeared to me that they went back to the vehicle, got something, and from what it looked like, they bent down and started shooting. It appeared up to me, and then I thought I saw them run back in and come back in.
So you saw someone go grab something from the vehicle?
Yes.
Were you able to tell what they grabbed?
No.
And after that, after finding all the evidence and the scene being secured, did you eventually call an ID tech to come out?
Yes,
And after that, was that the conclusion of your investigation?
yes, that was my fault.
That's what it's on.
Good afternoon, officer.
How you doing, sir?
How you been?
I'm doing all right about this time.
Wait, did he say
Remember.
boss?
I got some questions for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
And if you don't understand them, stop.
Yes.
Let's kind of,
You say you saw an individual run back to the gold vehicle?
Yes.
Where did they go after they ran back to the vehicle?
I got some questions for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
And if you don't understand them, stop.
Yes.
Let's kind
He
of
did
look
say
backwards a
boss.
little bit, but when you talk about the video, was that when you went to
He
2248
is John Coffey.
and observed?
Yes.
And I guess that was done prior to, or was it done prior to the ID text coming? Or when in this investigation did you go to that
I don't
location?
like that
to look at
Percy,
the
boss.
video? Excuse me.
Time-wise, I could not say, but I can say it was after Officer Cormier contacted me to say that he had located residence where the video was, and he located the owner of the vehicle came out. That's when I walked to that residence myself. I want to say the detective supervisor, maybe even the architect was inside of this, looking at the video.
So it was during while this scene was secured, locked down for the investigation,
Yes,
that you walked or law enforcement walked over there and the owner came out,
yes, I almost answered the door.
answered the door. So the owner was home during this time.
Yes,
And were you directed first to where Mr. Rubin was? And your dispatch, do you know?
was I directed first to where he was?
There's been testimony that shots were fired. There was Officer Simmons called out on a gold vehicle. I guess it was you that tried to locate it.
Yes, sir.
But then during that time, there was a call out about a shooting on Thomas Boulevard.
There was a vigil, yes.
Okay, is that when, about the time you lost sight of the gold vehicle and you turned around and went back to the location?
Briefly, yes. Once I lost sight of him, we couldn't find him, then I went back to rubbish.
And my question is, when you went back, did you go back to this location or did you go to 11th and Liberty?
So I went to 2248 Thomas.
That's what, that was the call.
Yes.
And when you went there, who was there?
The victim was there.
Officer Simmons was there?
No, nobody Officer Simmons was there at the time. I don't believe,
Oh, okay.
because when I got out of the vehicle, I went straight to the victim and EMS. It was a cluster of people there. So
Okay.
I know that she was the one that initially said it. She may have gone over there, but I didn't speak to her like that.
Did you talk to a Jalen Thomas? Or do you remember?
I don't remember.
It's a gentleman that she described as holding him, asking for help when she came upon the scene.
I don't remember talking to Jackie Thomas, but I cannot say that I didn't. It's been a while.
When you, let me just clarify a little bit. When you got there, was EMS already there or fire department was already there assisting him?
I believe fire was already there.
Okay, so EMS is in the office.
Mhm.
Did you ever see Mr. Rubin's brother, Charles Nichols, there? And when I say there, hold on a minute, and I'm looking at State Exhibit number 5.
Okay.
Right here where Mr. Rubin was, his brother.
Okay.
If I told you Charles Nichols was his half brother, you may not know that. Do you know whether or not any relative was there when you pulled up to the
I
scene?
don't recall, but I can't say that they want to make on it.
Did you observe anybody that had blood, like on a white T-shirt or anything that would draw your attention?
No.
Okay. You were, though, given information that Mr. Rubin had come from some other location and ran there and dropped, right?
So again,
You received some type of information that said, this isn't where it happened. He actually ran from somewhere else.
yes,
Okay. And you were directed to the west side of this residence because I guess someone had told you that you ran in between the
Exactly.
houses.
Yes.
Is that fair enough? And I know this is 4 years ago.
No.
And you've done a lot of stuff in between there, right?
yes,
Okay. And that's where you picked up the blood, right?
yes.
Okay. And it started somewhere on the street on Liberty, correct?
Yes.
Did you actually see blood on Liberty? Do you remember? Blood drops, any type of blood on Liberty, or was it just in the grass somewhere?
Then through a concrete slab leading to maybe on one side, you see some, but it's been a while. The they easily, that's what one do.
So when you did that, do you know if anybody else was shot during this time, when it's all said and done? Did anybody else come up, being shot? Do you know?
From this thing,
Yes,
not what I know, somebody said they were shot, but they said what didn't happen.
okay. And when you walked up, you, these yellow dots, right, or these yellow markers, are those, bullet casings?
Yes, sir, there's no sure they exist.
So you saw, and this is the east side on this side, right? Or
Correct.
the west side over here.
Correct.
So there were some casings on the east side?
Correct.
And that vehicle, the white vehicle was still there? Do you know? I mean, if it's in the diagram, it must have still been there, right?
So yes.
Okay. And do you know what type of vehicle it was by chance? I know it was 4 years ago, but do you know, was it a sedan? Was it an SUV? Okay, and then there was a reddish colored car behind that, right? And that was still there too?
It's on there, I can't recall it.
That's fine, good enough. So you did see the bullet casings on this side of the road, right?
I saw bullet casings on the west side of the road.
Okay. But you would agree with me, this is a cluster of casings here, right?
Private diagram, yes, sir.
And then there's another cluster of casings up here,
Yes,
right? And there was, I guess, one casing by the rear of the car, right?
I didn't see it. I'm trying to, so
But that
according
was-
to the diagram, yes.
According to the diagram, that's what it is.
Right.
That's right by our rear tire of the car, right? I mean, it looks like it, right?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. And then over across the street, which if the video showed that whatever vehicle was gold, whatever color it was, there were a number of casings over here, right?
Correct.
Were there any other casings anywhere else that you observed? If you saw the vehicle, you saw the video, there was a gentleman that ran down in front of 2248 11th Street, just as the garbage truck was coming down. You didn't see any other casings. You didn't see it.
I did not.
And you didn't see any other casings around the middle of the road there, right?
I did not.
So by this diagram in State's Exhibit number 5, there was a grouping here, there appears of shell casings, a grouping here of shell casings, and a final grouping over here. That's what it shows.
That's what it shows.
You testified that you saw on the video a white Tahoe or a white SUV.
Okay.
Do you know whether or not it was a Tahoe or not?
No, sir.
There's been prior testimony that when Officer Simmons came to the scene, a lady came out, and I assume it's somewhere around in here. Okay, and she testified that she came west on 11th Street.
Okay.
Okay. There was somebody that said there's a vehicle that was involved, and it was a white Tahoe going left down 11th Street and then taking north on some other street. Did you hear that call out of her trying to catch up to a white Tahoe?
No, sir. I don't know that.
Do you know in your investigation whether or not anybody identified who the white Tahoe was?
No, sir.
And you had nothing to do with Charles Nichols, a gentleman by the name of Charles Nichols. You didn't interview anybody.
No, not that
When you walk back through where Mr. Rubin was, back to this area here, looking to where the blood test went, was there anybody around here at all when you got back there?
I can't tell you if anybody other than Officer Engel.
And I guess what I'm saying, asking is, in the video, as you observed, there were a number of people that got out, right?
Correct.
Do you know, after you watched the video, anyone stayed around in this location to wait for the police? Not that you know of.
No, sir.
And from what you saw, you're saying that the dump truck not the dump truck, but the garbage truck that pulled onto Liberty couldn't get by because the street was wrong.
There were people in the street, yes.
And you observed in the video that they were fighting, that group.
From what I can tell, yes.
When they were fighting, was the garbage truck in this location, do you know? Were they fighting? in
But I
front of
saw a
garbage?
video of garbage truck was in that area when the chaos was happening in the middle of the road. Right?
Um, now you did see in the video where eventually the garbage truck came through and made a right-hand turn, right?
Correct.
Two of the cars backed out into the middle.
Correct.
Did you observe before the garbage truck made its way back through on the video, did people start scattering, start running?
Yes.
Something happened there, right?
Correct.
To make everyone run, right?
Correct.
I mean, this was kind of like a street fight, right? From what you saw, and I don't want to put you know.
Yes.
Okay. But something happened to make people run, right?
Correct.
And a lot of them left, or matter of fact, everyone eventually left, right?
As far as I know.
Okay. You did not stop or detain any possible witnesses while you were at the scene?
Stop and detain witnesses.
Yes.
I spoke to some area residents, but nobody that actually witnessed the incident.
And if you did, it would have been reflected that you turned them over to the detectives or whatever to interview. Correct. After the scene was processed, I guess you went back into service.
Yes, sir.
Did you have anything else to do with this case afterwards?
No, sir.
You didn't have any part of interviewing or anything like that?
No, sir.
You were this. And you did not hear the call, if there was a call out or not, in reference to a white Tahoe that was fleeing the scene at a high rate of speed from Officer Simmons?
Not some
You
recollection.
didn't hear. So you got an officer, that's the witness subject to the phone.
Great.
Go ahead.
Your time with the Port Auburn Police Department, how many shootings have you responded to?
I can tell you, it's a number of shootings, shots fired. We may be going to some.
So you're pretty knowledgeable on how to work the scene of shooting.
Yes.
Is it normal for a large amount of officers to approach that scene?
Yes.
You weren't the only officer on that scene?
No.
Could you give me an idea about how many officers responded?
Anywhere, officers that responded, patrol officers or officers in total. The technical,
Just a roundabout.
maybe about 10.
So during the investigation of the shooting, I assume you all have different roles.
Correct.
So when you were contacted by Officer Cormier,
Correct.
and you went to go and look at the cameras, there was other officers conducting investigations.
Correct.
So you didn't necessarily talk to anybody and everybody on the team. Now I'm gonna zoom in right here real quick. Is it better? Zoom right here. Can you see that good?
Yes, ma'am.
You testified earlier to the garbage truck driving down Liberty.
Yeah.
Can you tell me when you saw the commotion?
Promotion took place within 30 seconds to 35 seconds after everybody drove up. Got out of the vehicle, walked to that area, then it started. Officer started jumping on that.
So you also stated that earlier you stated this individual in the gold car had gotten out. Is that the same individual that ran back to the vehicle to retrieve something?
I believe so from what I could see with the top, yes.
So from what you could see, it's the same person that drove up in this old car that left the vehicle and then later on went back to retrieve.
Yes,
Did the commotion occur after he went back and retrieved something from his vehicle?
the commotion happened before, then he actually did.
Well, you testified earlier. You watched the video, right? Do you remember it?
Years.
You saw an incident. Pull this up here in the background. Is that right?
Okay.
Right here.
Okay. Yes,
You can see that incident on the camera.
fair, but there are trees up there, so I could see figures and bodies. Yes,
And as the garbage truck's driving down, it's about that time that individual that left the gold car went to retrieve something.
yes, doing after he come through, he was coming down, they ran back to the car.
I'm gonna clarify something real quick. my pen, I'm looking over here. This is where you saw the fight, correct?
That's what,
All right, that's better. So the garbage truck is driving down. At that point, you see an individual run back and retrieve something from the vehicle. Now, when Mr. Burbank was speaking with you, he said at one point, everybody runs away as if something had happened. You remember that?
Yes.
Was that after this individual had went back to
Hey,
his vehicle?
Christine, how are you?
it's all doing, it's all doing the same thing. All of a sudden, everybody started sitting up and he ran back to the, and he, after the chaos opened.
No further questions?
Just one last question. So that white and red vehicle, do you know if they ever found out who the owners were?
I
Wasn't in your,
never researched that, so I don't know.
thank you again. That's what.
Anything else?
No further questions.
All right, we're gonna break, ladies and gentlemen, 5-10 minutes, okay? Refresh and report back outside. Everyone else remain seated while the jury and the witness exit
Absolutely,
first.
Zach.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Joining the state's attorneys. Parties ready? Now, during a break, I was chewing on a wire. Okay, stand by, let me turn on.
Break in.
It's not really a project, it's just me and him connected to the shoulder, and it keeps keeping it all around and,
You've never done that before. Okay, we're just gonna move forward. Okay, all parties are present and the jury is present and the state may call your next witness, please.
Marie Tebow.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Please, Lord, thank you.
Could you state your name for the record?
Martha Marie Tebow.
Back in 2021, was your last name Kirkland?
Yes, it was.
It's a change of marital status.
Yes, sir.
You did for a living, right?
I'm retired now. I was a crime scene investigator for Port Arthur Police Department.
Is that what you were doing back in December of, specifically December 27th, 2021?
Yes,
When you assigned a homicide scene to work at 1100 Liberty Avenue there in Port Arthur?
yes, I was.
Is that within Jefferson County in the state of Texas?
Yes, I did.
I think you corrected me earlier. You said I mispronounced your name.
Yes, sir.
About that last name and spelled for my court report.
Phibeault.
And how's that pronounced?
Tebow.
Tebow. I did mispronounce it. I apologize.
Yeah.
All right, so I know you did the lion's share of the evidence collection on this case. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
You got all
Thank
that
you.
stuff over there? to go
Marie,
through?
that was
You
it. I
ready?
had a hard
Yes,
time
sir.
hearing.
All right. So tell the jury what somebody does when they have your job.
A crime scene investigator, we assist patrol and detectives on investigation. We're trained in shooting reconstruction, fingerprints, crime scene reconstruction, how to collect evidence, how to process them for DNA collection, and to bag it properly, secure it, photograph it, and send it to the proper agency for further analysis.
And when you called out to perform those duties there at the 1100 Liberty Avenue,
Yes, sir, I was.
was that by dispatch or how does that occur?
By dispatch, or we hear it go out of the radio.
Which one happened here?
My guess would be both.
So you remember when you got to the scene?
Yes, sir.
When was it?
Just minutes after the incident occurred.
So what we got up here in front of you, this is your report, correct?
Yes, sir.
We need to refer to it, you can. What's already in evidence is State's Exhibit 2. You remember what that is?
Yes, that's video collected.
And we're coming back to that. But I want to go to this State's Exhibit 5. Did you prepare this?
Yes, I did.
So even though the jury's been seeing it, will you tell them how this was prepared? And again, you're the author of this, so to speak, right?
Yes, I am.
Tell me, it really help me educate the jury about how this takes place.
We use a special type of software to help us produce that. to depict the scene, the houses, locations where there's evidence that we collected. Gives you a better visual of the scene.
So it's meant as kind of like a trial exhibit, right?
Yes,
So each of these things, evidentiary wise, are you here to testify that that's where you found them? For example, the blood trail that's exhibited by the footprints. Did you in fact find that blood trail?
yes, I
I'm
did.
gonna keep zooming in. Right?
Yes,
And did you mark it by these red markings?
Oh, one sec, guys. I'm going to switch over to this one.
Get into a lot more of the details, but we just used your diagram key. We talked
A
about
bit
the
better.
blood trail.
Version.
What does the yellow denote?
the yellow squares with numbers indicate locations where I found evidence and numbered them with evidence mark.
So we have a 1 through 7 here, an 8 through 12 here.
Yes,
When we get to it, Mr. Tebow, will we have photographs and physical evidence that goes along with that?
yes,
Likewise, if we travel down here, did you deal with a red Chevy car?
yes, I do.
And you've got a separate diagram for that, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And we'll see pictures and physical evidence for these items here, will we not?
Yes, sir. We will.
Okay, so now we're going to segue. Did you deal with the collection of States Exhibit 2 that came from 2248 11th Street?
Yes, I do.
Tell the jury how you collected that video.
After being called to that scene by my sergeant that there was video located there, I spoke with the homeowner, inserted a thumb drive and downloaded the footage, from the time period of this occurred.
So if the owner was here and said it was done by someone from the police department that they got it from the thumb drive, that was you.
Yes,
Have you in fact reviewed that footage on what's now marked as States Exhibit 2A?
yes, I have.
Is this in 2A the same as what you saw in States Exhibit 2?
I believe so, yes.
Right, so 2 has all the videos that was accomplished,
Yes.
right? What we have on 2A.
Two separate videos
So about
from two directions, from camera 1 and camera 4.
right, so on 2A is the camera 1 image of the shooting, right?
Correct.
And camera 4, the shooting.
At another angle.
Right.
Yes,
We've got a lot more video on this one too, than that.
yes,
Additionally, on 2A, did we create a program where you can see actually both videos being shown synchronized at the same time
yes, sir.
on both views? Yes. Did you review all those videos and did they truly and accurately depict and are exact copies of the information that's on States Exhibit 2?
Yes.
Reviewing this being played at the same time in 2A, it's just the jury and understanding what took place in time instead of jumping back and forth.
Yes, it was.
Now, this Center States Exhibit 2A.
So that's just 2A if it's.
All right, it is admitted.
Permission to publish that. This
It's granted.
judge. You can see on the screen that this contains the 3 videos.
Yes, sir.
Starting at the top with the side-by-side cameras.
Yes.
Can you see that? You can look behind you. We have the house side camera and the house front camera.
Correct.
That would be camera 1 and camera 4 that we talked about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to play the top one, which is the side-by-side. We'll pause it at the 150 mark. Did you make any attempts to identify who all those individuals are in this video?
No, sir, no.
Did you recognize anybody in the video at this stage?
One person.
Who is that?
The,
Can you give me a name, please?
Mr. Angelle.
You do know him, you recognize him in the video?
Yes, sir.
Did you point to him and identify something his name, please?
Little Mike Friday, sir.
The record reflects you identified the defendant, Stephen Angelle.
Yes, it will.
So I don't want to back up. Where was he in this video so far, man?
The vehicle, you want to, vehicle,
Yeah, which car did he come up on? Let's keep it simple.
this tan colored sedan?
So if I call that a gold Camry, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
We can disagree, it could be a tan Camry. That vehicle there, right?
Yes,
That you're pointing to the right-hand side of the screen.
yes.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna pick up the plane. It's at the 115 mark. I'm gonna direct your attention to the camera view on the left-hand side.
Yes,
Do you see what's happening basically right in the street towards the top of that?
yes, sir. There's some type of altercation that's occurring in this area.
Okay.
Partially obscured by the trees, but you can still see.
You see the garbage truck pulling in?
Yes, sir.
No cars have moved yet. Now they're moving, correct?
Yes, sir.
People are running back to cars,
That's correct.
appear to be moving them. What do you see Mr. Angelle do there?
He ran,
Go ahead, man.
he ran from this location across back to his vehicle and then ran back.
When you got to the scene, ma'am, was the gold or tan Camry there?
No, sir, it wasn't.
Was that white or red car that we see, were either one of those there?
No, sir.
So when Mr. Angelle went to his car and came back, did you see him go towards that red car?
Yes, I did.
And did you investigate to determine what happened there?
Yes.
What do you think happened there?
We later found out that the red car had a,
Your Honor, I'm gonna take the hearsay.
Is it? I don't know. He's objecting to hearsay. What's your response?
It's not hearsay. She's explaining, she's going into what the evidence shows. It's not based on what somebody told her.
How do you know the answer to that question?
the red car was discovered and then I examined it
Okay,
and found damage.
okay.
That's something different than what I was gonna hear you.
Sir,
That's something different than what I was gonna hear.
go ahead.
Right, so I'll put it this way as we're finishing. Look, we can see the white car pulling off. The red car ultimately leaves, correct?
Yes,
But y'all did find that red car.
correct.
You did some evidence review of that and found some things.
Correct.
And you've actually got another chart for us about that, don't you? When did y'all get that car? The red car, ma'am. Let me be specific.
Can I refer to my report?
Sure.
For today?
While she's doing this, may I ask a question to help the jury, all that are watching this, is there on that last scene, that last video, are you able to enlarge that and blow it up to help? I think all the jury is nodding in unison there.
Uh-oh.
Or is that?
We can do that. I'd like to get through this. And
All right.
I'll do it at
I'll
the
make-
end.
do some hocus
I didn't know if
pocus.
we're gonna Move on and not go back to it.
Judge.
It's like eating an elephant, Judge.
Okay,
One body.
okay.
Good Lord. Somebody didn't see the Rittenhouse trial.
You checked your report? You're looking at your report, man?
Yes,
For the record, just blowing up a video, enlarging it is not necessarily a accurate copy. A lot of times it can have algorithms and such that try to enhance it, which basically is using the software's best guess to expand the pixels and fill them in to the right at the right color and things like that. So it doesn't give you a pixel by pixel accurate copy. It can be a little bit different. And the most famous example of that would be the Rittenhouse trial, in which the prosecutor tried very, very hard to admit a enhanced video, and successfully got it in too. that probably would have been overturned on appeal. But one of the biggest things is that enhanced video made Kyle Rittenhouse look like he was holding the gun from the other side, that he was left-handed instead of right-handed. So things like that, details like that can arise.
It was on the 28th, that afternoon.
And that's it?
Yes.
So you did get the car and you had an opportunity to look at it. Did you photograph it?
I did.
Did you find some things of
Judge always
evidentiary
looks
value
tired on
there?
board.
Yes, I did.
So you want to mark the states exhibit 6 through 13. Are these the photographs from that car?
Yes, they are.
You looked at them upstairs, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And states exhibit 14, is this a diagram to assist the jury with what you've recovered from the car?
Yes, it is.
Did all the photographs contained within 6 through 13 true and accurately depict the condition of the car when you had it on December 28th, 2021?
Yes, I did.
You were the one who actually took those photographs.
Yes, I did.
Did you change, add, or delete anything as far as that was concerned?
No, I did not.
Did you use all the information depicted here to create states exhibit 14 in an effort to try to explain the evidence that we're going to talk about?
Yes, I did.
And at this time, I'll tender states exhibit 6 through 14. Six through 14.
No objection to stage 6 through 14 and inclusive.
They're admitted.
Yes. I'm going to publish states exhibit 6 through 14. Is this in fact states exhibit 6? Yes?
Yes, sir, it is.
What are they looking at here in 6?
That is the passenger side of the vehicle. Documented that it was secured, the door handles.
So I asked you earlier, what we thought happened to the red car. You started to mention something about the right rear.
Yes, the right rear tire had damage, appeared to be, a gunshot.
What do we see in states exhibit 7?
That's the driver's side.
That's the interior of it.
Yes, sir.
In 8, is this a close-up?
Yes, it is.
What are we seeing here?
That is, damage from, bullet projectile.
So we see in states exhibit 9 is a close-up of that?
Yes, sir.
Did you recover that?
Yes, sir, we did.
States exhibit 10, what do we see here?
That is the, passenger side. Back door, rear door.
What's this poking out?
Judge, can I see?
Yes.
This is a projectile rod. That's how we determine, once we examine, where the bullet projectile entered.
Is that to try to determine the path of the bullet as well?
Yes, it is.
Is that what the jury sees here in states 11? Is the opposite side of that rod
Correct.
coming through the car?
It comes through the car, goes into the passenger seat, and comes out and continues on through the open space.
This is states 12. Is that where you believe it entered
Yeah,
and then lodged inside?
correct.
In states 13, is that the bullet that's recovered?
That's the bullet projectile recovered from the steering wheel.
Stay there, I'm gonna put your diagram up. Is that what you're trying to explain to a jury with this diagram?
Yes, that's correct.
And you created this, what are you trying to show us here?
I'm trying to show the bullet projectile path entering the rear passenger side window and going all the way through into the steering wheel of the car. And then it was fired from this direction, from when the car was parked.
I believe. You correct me, ma'am, is this states exhibit 63? Is that what you recovered?
Yes, it is.
On the face of this state 63, it suggests a Chevy Sonic steering wheel.
Yes, that's correct.
Is that your handwriting?
Yes, it is.
Did you mark this with specific colored tape?
Yes, I did, and my initials.
What's your initials there?
Yes, sir, in the date.
State.
No
And
badge number.
what's this?
That's.
That's not for you, this one.
Yes, that's evidence, tag up.
So when the jury gets to see these kind of things, Port Arthur has a specific case number and all that information is indicated from the scan bars and all.
Yes. I agree.
You're familiar with Jefferson County Crime Lab, their tape color,
Yes, it's yellow.
and they do something similar, correct?
Correct.
So evidentiary wise, that projectile that we moved from here, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're telling this jury that that's the path that you believe it took?
Yes, sir.
We'll
For the
focus
evidence.
for that particular piece of evidence.
Yeah.
I'm gonna focus in, and let me adjust your chart, Mom. What's this right here?
This was located on that back rear tire on the passenger side. Appears to be a bullet hole.
So if the suggestion is that somebody shot the back right rear tire, is that what we're looking at here?
That's correct.
Were you able to recover a bullet from here?
Yes, we were.
That wasn't the one I just showed you, was it? All right. Remember what number it was? You remember what number it was?
No.
Okay.
It's this one.
I don't want to get hung up on that. We'll come back to that if we have to. But you recovered it, yes, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
Along with a lot of other bullets, fragments, and casings, correct?
Yes.
That were all submitted to Jefferson County Crime Lab?
Yes, they were.
All right, let's finish that portion up then. All right, from the scene, you mark things 1 through 12.
Yes, I did.
Show you what's marked, State's Exhibit 60A through 60L. These represent the items that were recovered on the scene that are represented by numbers 1 through 12. Chronologically in that order.
Yes, they do.
How do we know that?
I have my initials on it and I've written the number of the location where I look.
So if I'm looking at one of these envelopes, will I see the numbers 1 through 12 in chronological order from 60A through 60L?
Yes, sir.
And these are all the casings
Yes, sir.
and those items that were found that are on the diagram that found in front of the jury, correct?
Correct.
Your tapes on these
Yes, sir. My initials and the take off place.
and Port Arthur Police Department case number,
Yes.
which is,
51691
does it start with the year?
-21. Yes.
2021, 51691, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's going to appear on the one of these, right?
That's correct.
And that was all submitted to Jefferson County Regional Crime Lab, yes?
Yes, they were.
Jerry, what's marked is 61A, room, R. Do those correspond to the items numbered here? Fifteen through 31?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't it start with 14?
14.
What's 14?
It's a bar showcase, sir.
Where's 14 on your diagram?
Oh, she doesn't know.
Sure.
All right.
I may have accidentally put it under one of the other numbers I had.
You're not
So
sure?
we go from 14 numerically through 31? Yes,
Okay.
well, they're all represented there, whether it's right or matching, correct? Supposed to match those numbers, isn't it?
Yes, sir. They match.
All right, so does it go? Let's see, you check it over there. Does it go through 31?
Yes, sir. It does.
Collectively, 61 A, and 61
It's just not evidence from the said arrest.
R.
Yes,
Go through all. Do each of these have your initials?
yes, they do.
Do each of these contain the Port Arthur case number?
Yes, they do.
Do each of these contain the red evidence tape associated with that?
Yes,
Do the outsides of the packages indicate the numbers that you and I were talking about, as well as the information related to the lab?
yes, sir, it does.
And ultimately, do these items also have the Jefferson Regional Crime Lab information on it?
Yes, sir, it does.
I'll show you State's Exhibit 62 and 66. Same thing for these items that were collected that are ballistic evidence in nature.
Yes, sir, they are.
And do each of those items contain your Port Arthur Police Department case number,
Yes, they do.
as well as the evidentiary tape?
Yes,
And giving some idea of where they are and where they come from as well.
yes, sir.
Yes. Remember when you collected these items since we don't have a diagram? If we established 63 came from the steering wheel, where does 62 comes from? Proportionally.
This was a projectile that I located, on the same side as the roadway. I located it right here.
Right, so that could be 47 that we were trying to figure out earlier. Okay. And 62 and 63 appear to come from the car, correct?
Correct.
64, where's that come from?
It's a bullet fragment that I located on the east side of the road on Liberty Avenue.
Show me. You said Liberty Avenue, east side. If I need to zoom out. Let me help you out. That 11th Street address where all the shells were in front of from 15 through 30.
Correct.
Is that on 11th Street?
Yes, this is on 11th Street.
Is there a house that was there that y'all ended up finding some items?
Yes, in the front of this house and, Franklin roadway.
We're gonna get to some of these photographs that indicate that, but I'll just show you quickly since we're on that. States Exhibit 17 through 23. Did you take these photographs?
Yes, sir.
Does this appear to indicate that area that we're talking about?
Correct.
Do these pictures truly and accurately depict the condition of that house at that time? And the recovery of these items?
Correct.
And that's states 17 through 23.
That's fine.
I'm tendering the council, let's finish up here. So that's where 64 comes from. Is that true for 65 and 66, or do they come from somewhere else?
This came from the location.
And where's 65?
Also.
These here. Let's stop for a moment. You said 64 came from this? I would tender states exhibit 17 through 23.
Objections to state 17 through 23 inclusive, Your Honor.
Admitted.
So when you get on these scenes, are you basically just trying to document what you're finding, how you're finding it, and that's what the photographs all come from?
Yes, sir.
How many pictures do you think you take on scenes like this?
Probably around 300.
We're not showing all 300 today, are we?
No, sir.
We don't typically show all the pictures that you take,
No.
right? So in states exhibit 17, it's a common place for you guys to take a marker like that, so we all know, hey, we're talking about in this particular scene, street signs being 11th and Liberty.
Yes, that's correct.
When we back out in states 18, is that sign in the background, is that 11th and Liberty?
Yes, it is, and that's facing south.
So when they go back and they're looking at your diagram, if I've got my bearings, this is 11th and Liberty. Is this house, with my finger kept tapping on there, is that this one?
Yes, it is.
That's that gold deal and the Camry, the Tanner gold Camry was in front of this, was it not?
Yes, it was.
At least on the video.
Correct.
And in your diagram.
Correct.
So when we look at states 19, is that basically getting the trees out of the way so we can get a good look at the house?
Yeah.
Still looking at the front here in states 20?
Yes, that's correct.
We're getting closer because we're looking for what, man? What's happening in 21?
I located a bullet fragment
Is it right here?
here in the wall. Yes,
Is 22 a close-up picture of that?
yes, it is.
And 23 even closer, right?
Correct.
And that's what you recovered in States Exhibit 62? Well, let me be wrong, is it 64?
Yes.
64 or 62?
64.
All right. Back to these, what is States Exhibit 65? What States Exhibit
Oh,
65?
it's a projectile from the back of the driver's side and fragments from back driver door side. That's from,
Which car are you talking about here?
there is going to be the camera there.
Right, so 65 and 66, you believe is the Camry. Did y'all take that into your possession via a search warrant?
Yes, we did.
And based on that, were you able to do some evidence collection on that?
Yes, I did.
Did you prepare this diagram in States Exhibit 15 for, help us kind of walk through that as well?
Yes, I did.
So just in that regard, can you tell from there that that's where your projectiles came from?
Yes, sir.
You see some notes that'll help me explain that to all of them, yes?
Yes.
Right. And everything on here is from your evidence collection. Again, you're the author as far as it's.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Under state 15.
No. Objection states 15, Judge.
It's in there.
Okay. Well, let's stay. Yeah, I'm using this to help me stay on track, man.
Okay.
You've got marked here something that says 55 bullet projectile. Is that one of the items that we just went through?
Yes, sir.
You also have one something marked 59, which is a bullet fragment. Would that be the two items you and I just talked about?
Yes.
So this says that you took some touch DNA. What does that mean?
I used a sterile swab and collected any touch DNA that was located on the gear shift, the door handle, and the steering wheel.
Okay.
You don't do DNA testing, do you?
No, sir, I don't. Just the collection.
So you've done the collection as far as those items. That's the swab from where? It looks like you got 3 swabs, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes, your shift.
Steering wheel and the inside door.
That's to show potentially who was driving the car, right?
That's correct.
Show you what's marked collectively as States Exhibit 51. Does this contain those items that you collected,
Yes, it does.
as well as a sample from, supposed to be a sample from Stephen Angelle,
Correct.
as well as something from Jacoby Ritter, right?
Correct.
That States 51. This outer packaging, does it contain all those identifiers we've been talking to the jury about, case number, the tape, and all that?
Yes, it does.
And within States 51, we have States 52, 53, 54, 55, and 56. The same question for all these items, ma'am. Does it contain all your identifying marks, meaning the case number, the red tape, the information that tells you that this is the stuff you collected for the purposes of what we're really looking at here on States Exhibit 15?
Yes, sir.
And did you,
I collected.
were you responsible for placing all this in in packaging where it got sent off to Houston DPS Panama?
Yes, I was.
So we've talked about the yellow crime tape. What does green mean?
That's the Department of Public Safety, third camera.
Everybody uses different colors, right?
Yes, they do.
You all use red, correct?
Yes,
Our local crime lab uses yellow,
yes,
and DPS crime lab uses green.
Right.
And you see that on each one of these.
yes,
The outer packaging, as well as all those items with the interior, correct?
correct.
does Houston Crime Lab, do you give them a specific number as well?
Yes, they do.
Would you see that on all these items as we were handling this evidence?
Yes, sir.
Show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 57. We recognize. Again, what the identifier, so I'm not repeating myself. Do we see the tape and the case number and all that here?
Yes, I do.
Within, does it contain State's Exhibit 59 and 58?
Yes, sir.
To purport to be some cutout from carpet here on this camera.
Yes, sir. I located what appeared to be blood on the driver's side floorboard. And I removed that carpet.
All right, so those items, once they're in evidence and anybody gets to talk about that, that should correspond with what you cut out from the camera, right?
Yeah.
Trying to determine if this was blood, yes? Yes,
Yes. This
Sorry.
is
yes, ma'am.
the DPS, they take a portion out to do testing.
Right, so
And then
this,
they,
so this 59
that's,
doesn't have your red tape and you didn't do any of that,
Correct.
right?
that's what DPS, after their processing, that's what they collected from my sample.
This was the sample you did, and I'm pulling out State's 58. That's the cutting from the carpet in the camera, right?
Correct.
But you sent it on to them so they could do all that, right?
Yes.
Starting with chain of custody with evidence that we don't talk about, right?
Yes.
Okay. We got more photographs to do, but I want to stay with evidence for one more. Did you collect a gun somewhere along the case? Yes?
Yes, I did.
State's Exhibit 81, is this the gun that was collected while you were investigating the case?
Yes, it is.
So the container itself, this one we call a gun box, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You know, got a gun on the front where we all know what we're talking about, right?
Correct.
Got your information on here?
Correct.
Does it still contain all those things that we've been talking about that appear in some of the other exhibits, the case number, things of that nature?
Case number, initials, chain of custody, and in this case, what type of gun, serial number, and the specific information to that gun.
Do you know where this gun came from? You remember?
As far as,
Who was supposed to be in possession of this gun?
believe, Mr. Angelle.
Check your notes, man. Let me rephrase my question. Did the department come into possession of the firearm that was supposedly owned by Charles Nicholas?
Yes,
Do you think this may be it?
Detective Cousins. And I later on checked it out. And did test fires.
All right, so that would be this gun, right?
Yes,
That's your initials here.
correct,
So it came out of Mr. Nicholas' possession, right?
correct.
So this is the gun, State's Exhibits 82 and 84. Is that purport to be the test fire in 82?
Yes, it is.
And the magazine that comes out of that gun in 84?
Yes, it is.
You represent in 81 that there's not a magazine there?
That's correct.
Excuse me, 82 and 84 has all those identifiers you're not been talking about, right?
That's correct.
Each one of these items though also has the Jefferson County Crime Lab tapes and information as well, right?
That's correct.
So why do we do all this? Why do we get a gun and take test fires and do all this stuff? Send it to the crime lab? Why do we do that?
We do that to process the gun. And if there's a unique, when a gun's fired, it leaves a unique firing pin on the fire shell casing, and we do that to document.
I forgot. So when we reminded me of guns, we always have a serial number because they're unique, right? Let's identify the serial number if those say states it's 81.
Boy, Tom, Boy, David, 726.
Okay.
Block 7.
So we don't get it confused with another Glock 17, right?
Correct.
No, each gun has a different serial number, right?
That's correct.
This is the serial number that goes with Stacy Exhibit A1,
Yes, it is.
correct? This is not taking the evidence. So I'm just gonna ask you to look and see whether or not you see that serial number on the gun.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Sarah. Boy, Tom, boy.
All same digits, yes?
Yes.
Fine. So, a lot of details, a lot of details. All right. More photographs. And hopefully we're gonna get back to that video. I have remaining up here, States Exhibits 24. Consecutively through. Well,
What, audience?
States Exhibits 24 through 49. Those are all photographs, yes?
Yes, they are.
Did you take all those photographs
Yes, sir, I did.
from that date?
Yes, sir.
Did they truly and accurately depict all the information from, truly and accurately depict the events that occurred on December 27th of 2021?
Yes, they do.
And that'll support the evidence that you collected and the items that the jury has been seeing in different exhibits, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
See,
Sorry.
oh, you're good. Gender states 24 through 49.
Stage 24 and 49.
They were admitted.
All right, so I'm going to quickly go through these with you now. What do we see in states 24?
That's two trash cans that were located in that same area that have what appears to be bullet holes.
This right here,
Yes,
in states 25, you get a close up of that.
yes, I did.
In states 26, is this a photograph of where you see your evidence cones 1 through 7?
Yes, it is.
The actual location in that picture should match your diagram that we've been looking at in states exhibit 5. Right?
That's correct.
Do each one of those demark a casing?
My fire shell case. Okay.
In states 27, do we see the evidence cones 1, 2, and 3?
That's correct.
In states 28, is that a close-up of the casing located there?
Yes, there is.
In states 29, is that the casing next to the number 2 cone?
Yes, it is.
States 30, what do we see?
Also a fire shell casing.
Next to marker number 3, right?
Yes, it is.
In states 31, what evidence cone markers do we have there?
4, 5, and 6.
And if we zoom in on those, we'll see the casings around those as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Here, or two, correct?
Correct.
There's a third, where is it?
There's one right here. One right here. And one.
Thank you. What do we see in states 32?
Number 7 marker with the fire shell casing.
Go ahead and point to that casing since you're up. Please. States 33. What numbers are we seeing here?
8, 10, 11, and 13.
We skipped 12?
Yes, sir.
Just happens, doesn't it?
Numbers get lost somehow.
Only we don't lose evidence.
Yeah.
States exhibit
She's
34.
dyslexic.
What do we see here in this picture?
Fire shell casing.
And that's next to marker 8, correct?
That's correct.
States 35.
Number 9 with the fire shell casing.
Thank you.
Or
States
6
36.
10 with the fire shell casing.
or
States
1.
37.
11 with the fire shell casing.
States 38.
13 with the fire shell casing.
All right, so all those should correspond and match to your diagram that you gave us, yes?
Yes.
I think the jury's seen enough since I can't find it. I'm gonna stop right there. Let's move on to the rest of these photographs. States exhibit 39. What numbers are we looking at here now? What numbers of evidence cones do you see there, man?
15, through 25. And these are located on 11th Street.
I found 5. So we were looking at that other grouping. Zooming in at these evidence tone markers 1 through 7. And here on your chart, it says 8 through 12. Is 12 the substitute for the 13 that you marked there, man?
Yes, I do.
When did you realize that you misnumbered stuff here?
Thanks once I was done with it.
That you went with 12 in your diagram?
Correct.
Right. So we go back to these numbers.
Correct.
This physically shows the jury where you found those items that are located. Again, that's provided here in State's Exhibit number 5, right?
That's correct.
Now State's Exhibit 39. In State's 40, see the number 14?
Yes, I do.
Should that casing correspond with that number 14 you and I were talking about earlier that's subject to coming in once we talk to the crime lab?
Yeah, that's correct.
Is that a casing?
It is a partial casing.
Okay, so what's in the background there? What numbers are those?
These are evidence numbers that also indicate locations of fire shell casings.
Show you what's marked as States 41. Apologize, the number's upside down, but is that cone 14 in the casing?
Yes,
States 42,
fire shell.
States 43,
16 with a fire shell casing and 17 with a fire shell casing.
thank you, ma'am. States 44,
18, the fire shell casing.
States 45. What are they looking at here?
That is a view.
Okay, let's assume it is and go that way.
Then over your way over because the wind was blowing bad that day. These are also locations of fire shell casings that were located.
States 46,
A more broader picture of fire shell casings that were located.
States 47,
And additional fire shell casings that were located.
States 48,
On the other side of the ditch, the 31 is where another fire shell casing is right there was located.
you can see the other numbers in the background here, right?
Correct.
So if they see on the video that Angelle comes back somewhat, I may explain where this particular shell comes from, right?
Correct. This part up here is gonna be the roadway, on the street, the ditch, and then this is the sidewalk to the house that you saw, the main house.
Now, this is in a different area. This is States 49. Is this where we find Mr. Ruby?
Yes, it is.
And this is blood?
That's correct.
Safely can assume that wasn't that where the body was located?
Yes, that's
So collectively, if I leave these together, States Exhibits 39 through 48 should represent the shell casings are located where in your diagram, you've got a shooter on 11th Street.
that's correct.
And States Exhibits 24 through 38 should indicate where the other set of shell casings are, correct?
That's correct.
Which one? We're gonna go back to 2A.
Okay.
We're gonna pull it up in an effort to show the jury. And we're gonna use some resuming technique on this program that's on. I'm gonna pause it at different times and ask you to tell us what you see are on these play-by-plays. Okay?
Okay.
I'm talking about side by side, Susan. Right, so for the record, well, it's not up yet. Me too. Oh, there you go. Two.
Y'all need to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody fine? We're good?
Is that John Fetterman in the
You do?
back?
All right. One for all for one. Okay, we're gonna take a short break. And then we'll come back for the last portion of today's presentation. But thank you. Everyone else who may see while the jury exits first. Thank you. Okay.
There
Okay.
goes the
We
jury.
are in short recess. The record shall now show that all parties are present. I'm going to ask the bailiffs to
No.
bring the jury forth, and we will continue the testimony. Thank you. And the jury is also present. All parties are present and may proceed. Stay.
So, Ms. Thibault, in the break, I have worked with my co-counsel to get State's Exhibit 2A up. I'm going to go through some zoomed in portions of the two different cameras. So like if we're looking at the screen, the smaller version is what it would look like if we played it without it being zoomed in. You can see in the box, the portion that's zoomed in. My intention is to show a portion here where there purports to be a fight. And according to this, it's about, we're starting State's Exhibit 2A, the front camera at 111. Let's play, please. You see up there happening right outside the trees. There appear to be two people fighting.
There's two people fighting right here in this area.
Who appears to be over already, right?
Yes,
Truck's coming.
yes, it is.
All right, you stop. Let's move on to the next section. Now from this, now we know that there's more to this video, but I'm going to jump to the portion of this front camera view. I believe if my notes are right, where we're going to show where you believe that he was shooting at this back tire on that right side of the red car.
Yes,
We've got it zoomed in as it's shown in the background. The time frame on the video shows to be 2:24. I'm going to ask my counsel to press that and for you to narrate what you see, ma'am.
here's the defendant. He's going around the red vehicle, and then there, the shots fired, and you see the back of the car lower.
Did you see a gun when you saw that, ma'am?
I saw what appeared to be a gun, yes.
Yes, ma'am. All right, let's jump forward. Next segment, I'm going to zoom in and show for the jury. Is that the, what about the? Okay, all right. So I'm having counsel start this at 2:42. Pause. Back that up just a second. What do they see in the background there, ma'am?
Right as the the garbage truck comes around here, if you'll watch this location closely, you will see him
Stop.
fall.
That was Jacoby Rubin, was it not?
Yes, it was, and that's where I located the first part of the blood trail in that area.
That matched the physical evidence you found.
Yes, yes.
And that was at 2:51. I know we get into some certain seconds here on the screen. We see 1:52:56. If we do it frame by frame, you can go back and actually see the exact time frame where he falls, right?
Yes,
Do you remember it being 1:52:53?
yes, I do.
Boom. Right?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's where I wanted to zoom in for you on that. Let's go to the other camera view. And we're gonna go through the process on this one where we're gonna zoom in a couple of items for you, ma'am. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing where counsel gets that up for us. Here, I want to look at what it looks like when the tire is shot from the side camera viewpoint, and then we're going to run a little bit with a time frame that matches when Mr. Rubin is shot. So this is the next camera view, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So we're starting to play here at 2:28. Go ahead and narrate for us.
This is the defendant going back into the vehicle. He's out of sight.
Pause.
Over here is where
Go
the
back.
victim
Yep.
You ready?
Yes. What do we see right there? What did you just see right there?
This is the defendant near his vehicle. And he raises up his
So-
arm
Yes, sir.
in appearance to aim a handgun.
So what time is this? If we scroll back out from right there, what's that time say right there?
1:52, 53
And what time was it that Mr. Rubin that we saw him hit the ground?
seconds later.
Wasn't it the exact same time, ma'am? 1:52:53.
Yes.
So I need to show you the other viewpoint again so you can see that.
Yes.
After that, he starts ducking and hiding behind that car, right?
Yes, he does.
Not before. That's what it's.
He's seen running around
You can be.
towards the back of the vehicle.
How about passing the witness? You're
Turn
good.
it on.
Hey, ma'am, sit down.
You can have a seat.
Pass
Mr.
the
Burbank,
witness.
questions?
Yeah, you can be seated. Thank you, ma'am.
Good Lord, she's still trying to explain shit.
What do you mean?
Hey, Maddie.
Look, you and I are sold dog flunkies.
I know,
Flunkies.
keep spinning around.
It's fun. You have to know.
Some say she's explaining to this very day.
And I'm, how do you do? Just say, what button?
Do you want this or
Yeah, I
that?
know. Good afternoon.
Nothing.
You see him coming from the front of the car, you said that's Mr. Angelle, correct?
Correct.
Do you know how many times he shot at the front, from the front of the car?
Not right offhand.
You want to do that? I don't know that. More than this one. Go on, like, what,
Wait till I ask you to put it back again.
That was really creepy, dude. Wait till I ask you to put it back.
Good man.
The vehicle that you talked about there, was it parked here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the gold car, right?
Yes.
It appears that there are casings in front of the car. Are there not? Then you pull that in a little. And what I mean by that is, well, you see him shoot once, where you said that has to be the shot. Basically what you testified to, right?
Yes.
But then when did he shoot 15, 16, and 17? And 24 and 23 and around there?
There's a time period that he comes around this back side of the car
We just saw that.
and there is a tree there and he is not visible the entire
I
time.
understand that, but what you're saying is that one shot that you just testified to, but there's other casings. When did he shoot there?
When did he shoot?
Yeah, when did he shoot the other shots? Because there's other casings in the road,
Good question.
right? It's 15, 16, 17, 24, 23 look like probably in front of the car, well, this car. You said that he ducked around. So when did he shoot the other ones?
That would be one of these here. And then when he runs around this side of the car, he's out of frame and there's these shell casings here
So
would be afterwards.
what's the difference between 16 and 15? You should have been in frame.
Unless those were a ricochet off the top of the car.
Yes. Let me ask you this. You testified there are three basic groupings of shells, correct?
That-
When you got to the scene, were there two cars at the scene?
When I arrived at the scene, all of the vehicles had left,
So how do you know they were there?
per the video.
So you placed them back there.
Correct.
What kind of car was the white one?
I believe it was a white.
This red one had left the scene,
Yes, it had.
and there's only one bullet casing that was found, which is marked as 47 by your marker.
Yes, sir.
What I saw was an individual walking around the car and then walking back again, correct?
Correct.
You testified that it appeared that he shot into the tire.
Yes, sir.
I assume he killed the tire,
It goes flat.
then runs back over in here.
Correct.
There's only one shell there, right? Shell casing,
Correct.
no other shell case.
Not that I located.
The location of Mr. Rubin was somewhere around here and he ended up here, correct?
That's correct.
We know that that shot was not fired towards him.
The one that was shot in the back of the tire.
47, right?
That's correct.
Wasn't shot at anybody, was it?
Correct.
And it appears. Do you know why everyone scattered? You testified that you saw a fight going on, and there's been testimony before that they observed everyone scattering before the gunfire. Do you know why they scattered?
Directly after the fight,
Yes, you don't know, do you?
I'm not for sure. I'd have
Okay.
to speculate. The garbage truck
The garbage truck scattered them,
and,
running?
well,
okay.
had to start moving.
If the garbage truck operator said that he really wasn't blocked coming down here, that's just his opinion, right?
Yes.
Do you know how many people came from? They were around here. How many people went around the back in between the alley and came back again? Do you know?
I know there was quite a few. I would have to look at the video and count specifically.
And that would actually account for people coming and running back into the cars on the video, correct?
Correct. There were people running around houses or back down the other alleyway.
You saw a fragment or you recovered a fragment somewhere up in here, right? A bullet fragment? Was it 15?
There was a shell casing and there was a trash can in that area that had what appeared to be a bullet hole. I'm not sure if it was related or not, but
Where was the trash can?
I'm not exactly
Okay.
sure where it was located.
Well, you took a picture of it. Now I'm going to show you what has been entered in as State's Exhibit 24. Where was that picture taken?
Do you have an overall picture of it?
That hurt stuff?
Yes.
I believe this is in the driveway.
Of what? Where?
The house that's on the south side of 11th Street. I believe they were in this area.
Right there?
Yes.
So as you sit there or as you stand there, oh, excuse me, no,
I
it's a long. This photograph depicts where they were right here, along the street here, right?
Correct.
And this kind of depicts that the bullet probably came from across the street.
Possibly.
Well, with this grass, and this is the pavement, or the apron, which you indicated right there.
Correct.
Well,
I did not put those on my diagram
well, that's fine. Oh, I'm sorry.
because I'm not 100% sure. Because I didn't find anything in the trash can, that was a blood hole from that incident.
Well, you realize that I wasn't there, they went out there, and you're showing the bullet hole and
It could have been a bullet hole from another incident. Good Lord, do you live in Mesa? How many bullet holes are there?
it's exhibit number 24 and 25 from
For
a
documentation.
place that has been just shot up.
Yes,
And the street would have to be somewhere towards here. Would you agree with me?
the street would be to the left
Right here.
of those.
Wasn't that the backyard or the sidewalk?
I
yard?
think that's their driveway.
Did you testify that on the east side of Liberty, you recovered a bullet fragment?
I think I only recovered shell casings in that location.
I
I
I thought you said that you recovered a bullet casing.
a fire shell case.
I mean, a bullet fragment.
I recovered a bullet fragment at the location where the back rear tire was shot. I was a fragmented. projectile.
You would agree at the time of the shooting, this gold car was parked on the roadway there, right?
Correct,
It could have straddled some of the grass.
correct.
There was a fairly good ditch there in
Yes,
front of the house,
correct.
which I will show you. I'm getting all this mixed up. I will show you as State's Exhibit number 39. Correct? The ditch.
That's correct.
And we know there was a number of firings in the ditch, which means that he was probably standing behind the car or whoever it was in the ditch, correct?
Correct. Some in that location. Video is hard to see because of the tree. You can't see everything.
Show you what has been entered in as State's Exhibit number 11.
Yes,
That is the trajectory of a bullet, right? That
Yeah.
was struck on a downward trajectory.
Correct.
Correct?
yes.
That means that somebody was shooting down, right?
That means that someone was shooting,
Had to been higher than
That's
that
correct.
bullet hole. Right?
and once the bullet is fired, depending on the projectile and how far they are, it continues on, but it does
It goes down.
start to arc, yes.
So they had to have been shot higher than where it entered into the car. Agreed?
Correct,
No physics going down.
correct.
How many other bullet holes were located here? Because we know there were a number of vehicles on this side, and we know the person was in a ditch across the roadway. Did you ever get a hold of this white vehicle?
I was never given a white Tahoe.
And you were never given the, you only saw actually two bullet holes, one in the tire and one through the back window of the red car, right?
That's correct.
And perfect path of where you're saying the original shot was that hit Mr. Rubin.
Correct.
You know that there were a number of people through your investigation that were there, that were over in this vicinity, and possibly what it appears ran around, just as Mr. Rubin did, but ran around the alley, and they probably came back to get in the cars that we saw in the video,
Yes,
correct?
sir, you can see that on the video.
There are shell casings here on the east side, but there's also shell casings on the side of the road and in the middle of the road, on the west side of Liberty, correct?
That's correct.
And trash cans here, though you didn't mark it.
Correct.
Do you ever inquire? Show you as I mixed it all up. You recovered State's Exhibit 6 a day later,
I believe it was, yes, the next day.
maybe a day later, I'm not. You know how it got to your facility?
Um,
Was it by record or
it was by record.
by record? Okay. You noticed in the video, everyone tearing off, trying to get out of there.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Can you tell me that if someone shoots this tire down and being flat, why isn't this tire all torn up from traveling on the rim? Why isn't it off in shreds? Do you know why?
No, sir, I did not.
Because it wasn't there at the time you got to the scene, right?
No, but when I watched the video, when the defendant standing beside the car and makes that action, you can physically see the back passenger side of the car go down.
No problem. I mean, I agree with you. But why did he drive all the way around and this never shredded up on the rim?
I'm not sure the distance that he drove. That would be a question for the detective that was given the car.
Do you know how far away did he drive?
I do not.
Do you have video of him driving away?
The video that we reviewed, yes,
And did you have video of the white vehicle in front of that driving away?
it's on the video that we reviewed.
Did you ever identify who got in those vehicles?
I did not. The detectives would have.
During your investigation? Well, sorry, during the testimony, there was testimony given by prior witnesses that said that Charles Nichols, the brother or half brother of Mr. Rubin, came back to the scene, and that was from Officer Simmons. And he had a large amount of blood on his white t-shirt. You were the person in charge of collecting the evidence. Did you take that t-shirt into custody, or were you given a white t-shirt from anyone? With blood
I
on
would
it?
have to check the evidence log. The only time I ever saw him when I arrived and his brother was still on Thomas Boulevard and the ambulance was there.
So his brother, you recognized his brother, or you ID'd his brother? Or
I was
what?
told that was his brother.
You were told. So he was still there. Did anybody ever get his t-shirt?
I would have to check the evidence logs. I'm not sure.
Do you know where he went to during this?
No, sir, I don't.
Because the testimony was that he pulled up when the officer was there. You don't know where it was?
No, I do not.
Do you know
I
where?
wasn't involved in that portion of the investigation.
There was also testimony from the garbage truck operator that there was another black male there at where Mr. Rubin was. Do you know whether or not that possibly was his brother that had left the scene and came back?
I do not know.
Did you ever take pictures in reference to this scene, that if you're standing in a gully where most of, if not all, of the shells are, and the person is standing behind the cars, of the possible trajectory of those bullets going that way?
I take overall photos of the scene.
And when you took the photographs from the gully, I guess, how far off the ground was it?
I'm
You know?
not sure.
Yeah, you see where I'm coming from is
Yes, sir, I do.
you got cars that are blocking you. You got a house, I guess you got a big tree here. You got a tree, a bush,
I believe that is a tree.
that's a tree.
The one on the south side, that one there is like, it's a tall bush.
You got bushes, you got a tree. And he would have to go through or shoot all the way through this in order to hit Mr. Rubin.
Correct.
In addition to that, when you see the video, there were cars lined up over here, right, when it first
Correct.
started? And another vehicle that was lined up behind the red car, right? And they pulled back out when the garbage truck came.
Yes, if they weren't there long, if they did pull up there.
Well, yeah, whatever video shows, the video, it is what it is, right?
Correct.
After you process the scene, the next day you process the car, which is states 6, right? You process that,
Correct.
and you processed also the gold camera, right?
That's correct.
And that's where you took the cuttings because there's blood on the floor and things like that. How many bullet holes were in the gold camera? Do you remember? You can look in your notes.
Do you have my diagram
Which one?
of the goals?
Oh,
It's
See the 14, 15.
to your right.
that's the Chevy. Ah. Yeah, better watching it. That helps you.
There was a projectile entry on the passenger side. I recovered a projectile. And there was a projectile entry on the roof going in a northwesterly direction.
Now, on the one on the passenger side, whereabouts on the passenger side did you locate that? The first
On the
one?
driver's, did I say passenger? I meant driver's side.
Driver's side, okay. Whereabouts on the driver's side did you locate that?
The door,
Which door?
the driver door.
Driver's door. And then the other one was in the roof?
Correct.
So if someone was over here shooting this way, kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
The one in the roof was shot from this direction.
Going up.
Yes.
How would that have,
And the projectile was in the roof.
how,
It's-
with an upward trajectory?
It was the way the metal was torn.
It was going up?
Correct.
from the driver's side to the passenger side.
From the passenger side. Like it was located, the back seat, you're sitting in the back seat. Just to the left a little bit, and it was facing that same northwesterly direction.
Did you ever take out or recover a slug or a projectile out of the house?
Yes. Are you talking about the house that was on?
The house behind it? Yeah.
Yes.
Did you take it out?
This one?
And there's no way to know what the trajectory was.
That I would have to speculate. I wouldn't know for sure.
How high up do you think that was?
It was pretty high.
Did you go to the autopsy and take pictures?
No, sir, I didn't. We weren't allowed to.
Can I just have a second? One last question, ma'am, and you are not speculating or telling the ladies and gentlemen of the jury why during a street fight, everyone decided to run, jump in their cars and either get out of there or start pulling out guns that we saw. You don't know what happened or transpired down there, right? Yeah,
That's correct. There was no audio
you have no idea,
due to the truck or the gunfire or somebody yelling. I got it.
but you definitely saw a fight down there.
Correct.
Did you ever have a chance to talk to the dump truck? I mean, not the dump, the garbage, driver?
No.
Driver, okay. Good to see you. Absolutely.
Let's get back to the basics.
Yes, sir.
Did you, at any point in time, in any of the time that you're reviewing this evidence, did you ever see any indication that Jacoby Rubin, the person that was shot here and ends up laid out here before he dies, that he ever had any kind of a firearm?
I did not.
And of course, you reviewed the evidence looking for anything like that, right?
Yes,
And you didn't start out with some idea of where you're going to end up, right?
correct.
You followed the evidence.
That's correct.
In fact, in reviewing all the evidence, when is the first time that there's a clear indication that somebody has a gun?
I would have to watch the video again, but I believe once the defendant returns to his car, there was also another gentleman, but I can't remember the time frame. I think that
At least I
second
thought.
gentleman, I was after,
Another gentleman, what?
as he was leaving, appeared to have a gun in his hand, but he was swatted down by a car.
Was that, what you're talking about with the other gentleman, was that after the tire had been shot in State's Exhibit 6?
Correct.
So the first time we see a gun, and we're clear about that, is whenever Mr. Angelle shot this tire. For
That's
whatever
correct.
reason, whatever the tire did to him.
That's
Right.
right.
Is there, you were asked questions about that trash can and it having a fragment. I believe you asked if there was a bigger picture. I'm looking at State's Exhibit 26.
That's correct.
No? Does that show the trash cans?
Yes, it does.
All right, so it's a wider view. This that I'm going to put up on the screen is going to show some of the casings and the trash cans in the background, right? Yes.
Correct. Yes, it is.
This is State's Exhibit 26. Evidence cones 1 through 7, yes?
Correct.
And we all know that that corresponds with what you found here. You said in the background that there's trash cans. Looks like it matches with this alleyway.
That's correct.
Is this the alleyway here?
That's correct. Originally, I thought that other picture was a part of their driveway, but there's one trash can here. There's a fence right there, so it would be these two trash cans that were beside each other.
All right, so when Mr. Burbank was asking you about the trash cans, these here in State's Exhibit 26
Correct.
is what's pictured here in State's Exhibit 24,
That's correct.
which has to be somewhere behind where Mr. Rubin was shot.
In this area.
Isn't it right after the alleyway? Is that the alleyway or no?
I believe this is a driveway. There's a short grassy area and then an alleyway.
See the back of this house here?
Yes.
Is that this here?
Yes, it is.
Because isn't the back of that house that's located where Mr. Rubin is found is actually a different color from the front of the house? Is it not?
Say that again?
This house? Way up here. See how it's pink in color?
Yes,
It's tan in the back.
correct. He fell here?
This is the trash cans here,
Yes,
right?
that's correct.
So if we're looking, this is that pad that we're gonna see in the background when we move here. That's this pad right here, yes?
That's correct, yes.
This is the back of that house here in States 5.
Yes, that's correct.
It's at the alleyway, and then this is in front of a house.
That's
Yes.
correct.
So are we looking, that's the alleyway, is it somewhere in here?
The trash cans? Right. Where you see the sergeant standing? Like that's the beginning of the alleyway.
I'm just trying to give reference for everyone.
Yes.
Okay, back to the video. We never found any evidence to indicate that Jacoby Rubin had a firearm, correct?
That's correct.
You actually put on your state's exhibit 5 that the half brother returning fire.
Correct.
I want to make a statement. Is it true that he did not fire until after Mr. Angelle shot his brother?
That's correct.
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation. She was not there.
Do you know the answer to that from your experience and your training?
Yes, sir, it was on the video.
Right, specifically, when we slowed it down and blew it up, when Mr. Angelle was seen in front of the car, raising his hand, and then 1 second later, we see Mr. Rubin fall.
Correct.
Prior to that time, was there any indication in any of the videos that are in evidence that anybody had a firearm besides Mr. Angelle?
No, sir.
Was it after that that Mr. Nicholas is seen coming across to that white car and you see him shooting?
Yes, he's crashed down.
Right.
Correct.
On your diagram here, ma'am, in States 5, I said I wasn't going to ask you, but you were asked a question. What's the red arrow mean?
That is the direction of fire.
Doesn't that comport with what you put in States Exhibit 14?
Yes, sir, it does.
Looks like not only did Mr. Angelle shoot the tire, but shot the steering wheel too.
Yes, sir.
That's, again, from your evidence. States Exhibit 10, where it enters the back of this car, goes through that deal, and gets lodged in the steering wheel.
That's correct.
And ballistics is yet to come,
Hmm.
but it'll tell us whether or not it came from the same firearm, right?
That's correct.
States Exhibit 9, there's that bullet that you pulled out.
Yes, sir.
No further questions, Jim.
I have a couple more. Let's go a couple steps further with what the state asked you. You actually only see the subject shoot once after the tire, correct? Coming around the car. Where is it? Coming around the car, over here, shoots once towards this way, right? And then runs back around the car again. That's what you see, right?
Yes,
Okay. The bullet, which is state's exhibit number 10, is in a downward trajectory, correct?
correct.
A person standing on the street shooting in that direction, the car is lower, shooting down. Right at that location, because there he is standing. Right?
Yes.
And after that,
Not standing there specifically because of the location of the shell casings, there was a lot of movement in that area.
what you testified to was that one shot with him standing on this side of the car.
Yes, sir.
Shooting over there, and he said, that's it, that's the one that got Rubin, right?
Correct.
But that would make sense of a downward trajectory into the red car. He's standing there. Correct? Makes sense. Here's state's exhibit number 11. Because we agree that has to be higher than the entry point, correct? Has to be.
I'm gonna have to disagree
Okay, well, how does it get higher and starts going down?
because the subject, Mr. Angelle, was at several elevations in that yard, in the ditch. We can't see him because on the video, He's blocked by the bush. I do believe he actually, in one portion of the video, you can almost see him come out into that yard and then come back. So there's going to be different elevations because the road's higher, that ditch is way lower, the yard's at a different elevation. And he's, you know, there's lots of shots being fired, there's lots going on, he's not.
Remember I
It's the same
asked,
elevation every single time.
remember I asked you, ma'am, about these gun shells right here, casings, right?
Yes, sir.
They're all in the ditch, aren't they?
They were also in the yard.
Okay, and that's the ditch right there. And the ditch, you said, yeah, that's a pretty good ditch. Remember testifying to that? So if you're in the ditch,
The best.
do
ditch.
that or down. But where you say where the shot was, he was standing behind the car, right? Well, that's what the video shows, whatever it shows, but you say, yeah, there's the shot. You saw him raise his hand and shoot, right?
Oh, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
The cars are in front of him. The
Correct.
cars are lower than him. Anybody is above a car, right? This is just a little small Chevy car, right? And are you telling me that the trajectory of a bullet when fired can
Wait.
go up and down, or is that what you're saying?
It's-
You're not
it
firing.
depends. It depends on several things. It depends, because that diagram that I have, that's not to scale. So the positioning of the vehicles, give or take how much room's in between those, between the tallness of the Tahoe and the lower foot of the car. And from the angle where he was shooting, the top of his car was shot, the bullets could have been going, you know, several different areas. You know,
Yeah.
they're not in one steady path.
Now, where did the Tahoe come in? I'm talking about a little red Chevy car and a gold Camry that he's standing behind. Where's the Tahoe in all this now?
It's parked a distance in front
Did
of
he
the
shoot the
record.
Tahoe?
I never examined the Tahoe.
Does this photograph of State's Exhibit 11 come from a Tahoe?
No, sir.
Is that hole right there lower than the seat?
Yes, it is.
And it's a straight trajectory. That's the reason why you put that State's Exhibit number 10, why you put the pole in there, right? To show the path of the bullet, right?
Correct. But it perforating the glass is also going to change the trajectory of the projectile.
So now we know this isn't to scale, right?
Right.
This is State's Exhibit number 5. I didn't see Mr. Rubin
I'm here.
fall on the pavement. I saw him fall into the grass.
I'm gonna object,
Did you?
Judge. That's not a question that
That's
council's trying
in
to
the form of a
testify.
question.
Where, do you know where he fell? Did he fall in the street or did he fall in the driveway? In the video? Do you remember?
He fell slightly close to the road, but I think right
Where my
at the
finger is?
starting of that alleyway,
Where my finger is? Right about
Yes.
there? Okay.
somewhere in
So
that area.
he wasn't in the road, right?
Am I
Correct.
muted? Or are you just being smartasses?
One last couple questions. You testified you saw 2 people with guns. You said that one of the people, you're saying that's him behind the gold car.
No.
The other one was holding the gun as he was getting back into a car in the video.
Asshole.
Remember testifying to that?
Yes,
Were those one of the individuals that were running into the cars at the intersection to try to get out of there?
correct,
Somewhere in here
correct.
that came from around
Thank
the
you,
corner,
guys.
we suspect, we don't know, came from around the corner here, right?
Yes.
Right around the corner.
I'm not sure where he came from. I know he appears on 11th Street in the camera frame.
Coming from left to right.
That's correct.
Normally. That's students.
No additional questions of this witness.
Okay, we're gonna take the break for the evening.
Judge,
I'm sorry.
I've got to ask, I got to postpone the court and the jury. I have one witness that cannot come back tomorrow that's present. I know it's late.
All right,
If I
you are excused, ma'am. Thank you.
did not expect us to go this long.
Oh, okay. I thought we were wrapping up. I didn't know we had an extra one.
Yes, sir.
Call. Well, how long is this expected?
I
Hours
will
or
do my
minutes?
best to be as brief as possible, Judge.
No, I'm always, I get nervous when a lawyer says that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't say time, Judge. I said I'd be as brief as possible.
Call your witness. Go ahead.
David, Lisenby.
Thank you.
Lisenby?
Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. Did you get everything? We didn't take any meetings.
Yeah.
Hi, Ella.
Come on up, sir. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Ron.
Please have a seat. Thank you. Correct.
And your person?
Oh, Stephen Stearns.
He wasn't on my paper.
Go ahead.
Because of the lateness of the hour, I'm gonna try to move quickly through some of your testimony, okay? Do me a favor and state your name for the record.
My name is Caleb Wilson.
And what do you do for a living, sir?
I'm a emergency registered nurse.
Looks like you might be headed to work later today.
Nothing.
Okay.
Would you still kind of, hold the microphone toward your voice, sir? Thank you. It's what we call a directional mic and you have to speak right. There you go.
Make
Thank
sure
you.
the juror at the end of the box can hear you and your volume will be good, okay?
All right, here.
Yes, sir.
All right, so, where are you working at now?
Out of the medical center of Southeast Texas.
Were you working there in December 27th, 2021?
Yes, sir.
Did you have an opportunity to treat a patient by the name of Angelle or Stephen Angelle?
Yes, sir.
Were you asked to review some medical records of that individual as well as some photographs that were taken that night?
Yes.
We'll start with showing you state's exhibits 4, 67, 68, 69, and 70. You recognize those photographs?
Yes, sir.
Now, I know you didn't take these, did you?
No, sir.
Do they truly and accurately depict Mr. Angelle as you saw him that night as he was receiving medical treatment there at the hospital?
Yes, sir.
In 70, is that the clothes that he was wearing that day?
It looks like.
No, I will.
And you recognize the individual in state's exhibit 4?
Yes, sir.
They've already asked you, but it's been a long day. Did they truly and accurately depict what that report too?
Yes, sir.
No tender states 4, 67 through 70. While he's looking at that, I'm going to show you state's exhibit 1.
No objection, states 4, 67 through 70 inclusive, Your Honor.
They are admitted.
What's in front of you? What does that appear to be to you, sir?
Medical records from the medical center of Southeast Texas.
Familiar with those, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Is it normal for the hospital to keep those kind of records whenever people come in and they're treated?
Yes, sir.
And were you actually, as I've stated already, part of the treatment team for Mr. Angelle that appeared there today?
Yes, sir. I was.
Do you see him in the courtroom here today, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can you point to him and identify something that he's wearing?
Right over here in the secretary.
You want me the record reflect he's identifying Stefan Angelle?
Yes, it will.
Okay. We have these in evidence, it's State Exhibit 4. Is that how he appeared that night, sir?
Yes, sir.
And was he treated for this gunshot wound that appears in his left leg?
Yes, sir.
In State 68, is that a close-up of the bullet
Yes, sir.
wound? It's like the interior side of the foot there, yes?
Yes, sir.
And 69, is that the other side of the foot?
Yes, sir.
And 70, is that the clothes he had on?
Yes, sir.
So if, for example, the jury had a video to look at with somebody wearing those kind of clothes, you're saying he was wearing that?
Yes, sir.
That was the item in front of you, State's Exhibit 1. Does your name appear in there?
Yes, sir. It does.
You can vouch for the truthfulness of these medical records?
Yes, sir.
Then it is the proper business of the Medical Center of Southeast Texas to keep all these business records in a true fashion. In other words, nobody's going to come in and change these records, are they?
Yes, sir.
Do they purport to be the entirety of the records for the state that Mr. Angelle had back on medication?
It looked to be 70, sir.
And I would tender State's Exhibit 1.
No, because it's made up of many people, I'm going to object because there's been no testimony that he's the custodian of the records been held for the hospital.
Response, go ahead.
I haven't used the magic word of custodian, but I'll ask that, Jeff. All right, so on the face of it, sir, are you familiar with the individual that signed the affidavit vouching for the 87 days?
What individual, sir?
Are you familiar with the lady that signed the affidavit here?
Yes, sir.
But you took the time to review all the actual records, correct?
Correct.
And on the face of these 87 pages, is it the individual between that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to object to any testimony in reference to a document that has not been included in evidence.
I think he's doing precatory questions to show that he's qualified, to show that he's qualified to present the records and be the person who is able to properly present the records for admissibility. Go ahead.
You have firsthand memory of this event, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And it was actually how long ago?
3.5, 4 years ago.
You've treated a bunch of people in that time frame, haven't you? But you specifically remember treating this individual. You've already identified it.
Yes,
Tell the jury why you remember it.
Before he arrived at the hospital, there was another gunshot wound from the actress to get taken care of. And,
Who was that?
I don't remember the name, it was another young black male with wings.
I'm going to say a name. If you know it's that person, great. If not, no worries. Jacoby Rubin.
That name does sound better.
And so if it was that individual, you were treating them for gunshot wounds?
Yes, sir.
And what were you doing, sir?
I was administering CPR stuff on arrival at the hospital. Assessing the patient, finding wounds.
And what ultimately happened there?
On finding a second chest wound to the left ribs, RDR position, went ahead and terminated CPR.
And from there, did you move on to the treatment of Mr. Angelle?
Yes, sir.
And was it for, in fact, the injuries that we've already depicted and shown the jury in these photographs that were just entered?
Yes, sir.
Is it a part of your treatment of individuals that you then, anytime you're treating them, that you then go into a system and enter notes about what you did?
Yes, sir.
Tell the jury how that works.
So I was actually the secondary nurse. That was trauma alert. I knew gunshot was going to be trauma alert. I was secondary nurse. I was helping with tasks. I wasn't really charting. My
Speak up.
coworker, who was the primary nurse for that room, did all the charting. I scanned some medicines and gave medicines and
You did that and you've actually reviewed those documents in states one, showing the work that you did, right?
Yes.
And again, just so the record's clear, you independently remember these events, correct?
Yes.
Were these records that were done made around near the time that the information that you knew about it? So like what I'm saying is, whenever something happens there at the hospital, is it routine that either you or somebody else goes and enters that into the system?
Yes.
And are those records kept in the course of the regular conducted business at the hospital?
To my knowledge, the hospital keeps all medical records.
You're required to do that by law, are you not?
I think the hospital is.
And nobody can go in and change any of those things, correct? And all those records, acts, events are done in timely fashion.
Yes, sir.
And you're here testifying that the records in front of you are trustworthy and kept in the normal course of the business activities.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's not your job to normally appear in court and testify as a custodian of the records.
Yes, sir.
But you're familiar enough with it to tell me and the jury that that's what's done and that's what's here.
Yes, sir.
Now I would read tender states one.
Take them on board, Larry.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Would be, on those records, are there other inputs from other medical providers?
I'm sorry, sir.
And states of what's purported to be state, is it states one? What, are there other medical providers or medical personnel that have input, in those records?
Only the people present happy there.
Right, they're treated.
Yes.
Right, and there are a number of other individuals in that report, correct?
Yes.
You're only testifying as to yours.
Yes.
You don't know what the other person did, whether it's true, accurate, or whatever, because you didn't put in their information, correct?
I only interpret things that.
That's right, and you are not the custodian of the record that combines them all and then holds it into trust, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Again, I object to it, Judge.
What's your objection?
I think it's not the custodian of the record, and there are other individuals that have put in input on that. I object as to hearsay then.
What's your response?
Number one, we don't have to bring down the custodian of the records. It can be somebody that's familiar with the record keeping process. He's already vouched for its truthfulness. He's already reviewed the records and determined that everything in here is true and accurately correct. I have one follow-up question I want to ask.
Go ahead.
If I may, Judge.
Go ahead.
So the other individuals that entered items here, you routinely rely upon that in your treatment of individuals in the hospital, don't you?
Could you repeat repeat that, sir?
I'm going to give you an example. A doctor comes in and they make notes in somebody's medical records. You rely upon that and its truthfulness in what you're doing on a day in and day out basis for the records that like we're looking at. Same thing with an x-ray tech. If they do an x-ray, they enter that and you need to know that in order to make some determination. You rely upon that, don't you?
Yes.
Blood technicians. Same questions. Is it the same answers?
Yes.
If I go through pharmacy and every other department in the hospital, would it still be the same answer? So if I represent to you that those are records from the medical center, you agree with that?
Yes.
And you routinely rely on them on a day in and day out basis.
Yes.
And you're telling the court that, and you're relying upon its trustworthiness.
Yes, sir.
I would retender again, State's Exhibit 1, Judge.
Anything else from the defense?
No.
Your objection is overruled. The court finds that this does fit within the exception of against up to the rule against hearsay, and business records are a product of hearsay for the most part, and Rule 803 of the Rules of Evidence allow records of regularly conducted activity, as well as statements made for medical diagnosis and treatment in another part of the Rule of Evidence in that section allow its admissibility. You objected that this witness is not a proper custodian of the records, and it is admissible. These items can be admitted through a custodian, or the way we wrote it was another qualified witness. I find this man fits not only probably a custodian of the records by his job duties and his familiarity with these records, but he also fits within the definition and the case law that shows he has intimate familiarity with these records by his job duties and his medical ability. He fits well within another qualified witness definition to allow the admissibility. Overrule, it's admitted. Go ahead.
I pulled one of the pages of the medical records from State's Exhibit 1. And just for education purposes for the jury, whenever people come into the emergency room, do y'all, these notes purport to say arrival and a triage note, right? Tell them what that means.
So as soon as they get to the hospital, either EMS or they walk in the front, the first thing we're gonna do is triage the patient in. We're gonna get a quick story of what happened, sit down and various stories, some basic vital signs, and get back for treatment.
And does triage indicate that we got to move quickly as far as trying to help somebody?
So during triage, we're gonna assign a severity index, and that number is gonna say how fast we need to patient coming in.
So by way of example, you've educated the jury that you had to deal with the gunshot wound where you're given chest compressions. That was more important than the person that got shot in the foot.
Yes, sir.
Let's read what it says here. At the ED triage note, I'm going to read and you affirm if that's accurate. Was outside in his neighborhood and was shot in his left foot. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. It's not read.
There is a screen behind you that may be a little closer for you to read. Jumped in a car and had his cousin drive him here. Denies other injury. Shoes still in place on arrival. No other injuries noted at this time. Patient arrives awake, alert, and oriented times 4. Is that the entry?
Yes, sir.
Now, since you were the person treating it, are you the one that's entering that?
That's right, John.
Let's jump down to where it says narrative. Does that mean that the patient gives us this information? Or is it a doctor, the same here?
That's the doctor that writes that. I'm not sure where he gets his information.
It reads, patient is a 21-year-old male presented for gunshot wound to the left foot. Patient states that people started shooting. He was outside. This says of the scar will not provide further detail. Patient states that he was hit in the left foot, but no other injuries otherwise. Did I accurately read that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I understand that you were present. Again, whenever he came in, you saw those photographs taken. Did you see an officer come in and talk to this man?
Yes.
And you were present during that?
Yes.
Did you review a video that's marked as State's Exhibit 71 that appears to be a body cam from the officer of that contact?
Yes, sir.
Did you overhear all that?
Yes, sir.
And was it all true and accurate as far as what took place in the time frame that's presented in this body cam?
Yes, sir.
All from that date and the circumstances that we're talking about, correct?
Yes, sir.
Can we sure?
Yes. Stand by, please, ladies and gentlemen. Jury is acted. Go ahead.
All right, so Mr. Burbank has raised the objection that this man was in custody. That's the question I'm going to ask you about. All right, so you
He may or may not have been in custody, but
Correct.
you're objecting to custodial interrogation.
Right, and this gentleman is not law enforcement.
no, but he can give, I'm going to ask common law, common concepts, and that's what I'm going to go with. You reviewed State's Exhibit 71, yes? When you reviewed that, and based upon your independent memory, was Mr. Angelle was he in handcuffs?
That's right.
Right, you would remember that, right?
Yes.
And You saw the officer come in. Did you ever hear him tell him he was placed under arrest? If he'd have said, I don't want this medical treatment and I'm going to leave, you've had patients do that, haven't you? What do we call that in the medical field?
Leading it is like saying,
Right. You normally want to get a doctor's clearance before you let a patient just leave the ER, right?
yes,
It's against medical advice, AMA. Had he, all of a sudden, when the officer showed up, if he said, I don't want to be here, I'm leaving, would you have stopped him?
No.
And did that happen in this scenario? But did anything take place that indicated he was not free to leave? Right. You didn't hear an officer tell you that, and you didn't see handcuffs. All right. So have you seen many patients that appear in your hospital that have a gunshot wound?
not to
Of the ones that you've seen, is law enforcement always contacted?
always.
Have you been present whenever they do the interview to find out what happened?
I generally try to leave the room.
But you've seen that conducted, right?
Yes.
Do you know what that purpose is?
No.
But you know it's the routine practice for law enforcement to investigate all gunshot wounds?
Yes.
Is that what was taking place here?
Jack can call some speculation.
Do you know the answer to that?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Do you know, he just asked you that question and you answered it, but do you know that answer from your personal knowledge and experience and training?
So personally, at the medical center, anytime there's a gunshot, we call for the police department, lock the ER. That's just a standard operating procedure there.
Okay.
Right, you've added some information there. You lock the ER down?
Yes.
What do you mean when you say that?
We have security come and block off both exits, and as PD arrives, don't let anyone out or anyone in unless they're coming in via in-house.
So let's go back to the question I asked you about free to leave. If Mr. Angelle had gotten up and said, I won't leave whenever the law enforcement showed up, started questioning, would that have changed that whole lockdown ER thing that you were talking about?
I'm not sure that would be up to the house supervisor. We'd have to call and let them know. But there was already another gunshot wound victim there, so the ER was locked down.
So it was really locked down for both of those patients?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Were you aware that Mr. Angelle willingly drove himself to the hospital?
I didn't know how he had gotten there. The letter charged.
Okay. Do you remember the sheet of paper that we went over that's in the medical records?
Yes.
Part that we read?
Yes.
Let me show you that and ask you if this indicates that he arrived on his own. Meaning law enforcement didn't bring him there,
No, sir.
right? The records that we read into evidence beforehand is that he showed up by a private vehicle. Showing you what was read into the record underneath that ED triage note.
Yes, sir.
Is that an accurate statement, sir?
Yes, sir.
So he arrived by private vehicle, wasn't brought there in custody.
Okay, real quick. YouTube just keeps rejecting my comments and it's really getting irritating. Even like the most simplest can't wait, it rejects. Okay, so it looks like tomorrow's gonna be really exciting. Louise says the doctor's testimony is amazing. But we also looks like we have the half brother. So I'm looking forward to that. So we'll finish this guy up and then start tomorrow or start day 2 tomorrow.
You did not see him ever placed into any kind of restraints. Did you ever hear an officer tell him that he wasn't free to leave?
No, sir.
The only thing that you've stated about that is that the ER was placed into lockdown. And that's the policy of the hospital, correct? That's my question for this hearing, but
So is it approximately how far before Mr. Angelle showed up, did the other patient show up at your facility?
Yeah,
Just roughly
it was all I do anything I tell you would
30 minutes, an hour?
anywhere from a few minutes to an hour.
Hour. And so with a police also were at that location with the other subject, were they around?
Yes, sir.
And then after, you agree with me that after, and I'm going to call Mr. Rubin, arrived, that you treated him for cardiac arrest? Is that when Mr. Angelle showed up?
It was sometime
After that? And then a police officer came in there and wanted to ask some questions, correct? Facility was locked down, and I understand that when you put somebody in a lock or the facility in a lockdown, someone cannot leave, come or go, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you were in a lockdown facility, correct?
Yes.
You don't know whether or not they had developed a suspect by the time that officer came over from the other side to talk to Mr. Angelle, do you?
No.
You don't know whether or not they had his name and wanted to know how he got his gunshot because of evidence that he was a target of another criminal episode. That is, having something to do with the man you worked on in the other room? Well, that was a big question, wasn't it?
I mean, kind of lost it when you first got there. I didn't know
You
that.
you don't have any idea whether or not he was a subject or a target of a criminal investigation, correct?
Not when you first got there.
And did you realize that he was placed in custody and brought down to the station afterwards?
Upon his discharge, we learned that everything was, the two stories were connected. He was going to be taken into custody upon discharge.
Okay, so on discharge, you learned he was being placed into custody. Okay. Renew my objection, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
This, what is the question and the statement that you're trying to get out that he's objected to at this point, please?
But Judge, what I've got is, I've got an officer that goes to investigate a gunshot wound. He answers questions from the officer. He's not under interrogation, explaining how it is that he got the gunshot wound. It does not match the events that the jury has already heard. It does not suggest any form of defense to this particular offense. That's why the state wants the particular statements in. I disagree with Mr. Burbank. There's nothing here that indicates that.
So who's going to be asking the question?
Well, if the witness heard the statement from the defendant, then it's an exception to hearsay. It's party opponent exception. You can bring in the defendant's statements.
Of the defendant,
Mistaken.
There's an officer.
the officer, okay, law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And this video itself is.
So you're saying this is still in the investigative stage?
Yeah.
They haven't decided to arrest
That's correct, Judge.
anybody?
That's correct.
Yeah.
I know the timeframes on all this stuff. There have been no decisions made. Officer Halliburton was one of the initial officers there. This nurse, along with another nurse, was treating him for the gunshot wound, and they were doing their normal business and practice of trying to figure out, hey, how'd you get shot?
Okay.
And they were asking him whether or not he wanted to file charges. They were investigating for the purposes of trying to help this man because he was shot.
He just testified that he was placed into custody and wasn't leaving.
At the end, the man was there for hours.
Well, he was there, so he was a target of, the indication is he was a target of the investigation because he came in after
Okay.
the other gentleman did, and he didn't leave on his own.
But that's not the test.
He ultimately did not.
Okay, but it sounds like he was not under arrest at the point that statement was made. So if he was under arrest, then it gets a little more nuanced if he waived his rights or not, but doesn't sound like it.
Subject or a target, that's not the test. The test is custodial interrogation. So this custody is our issue. He's going to be asked some questions, right?
Yes, sir.
So what's custody?
Well, that's in the eyes of law enforcement.
No, it's not.
That goes back.
This
to-
is the law. A person is in custody only if a reasonable person would believe that he has been deprived of his freedom to a degree associated with formal arrest. United States Supreme Court. That's the test here for custody. An officer's subjective intentions are irrelevant. Supreme Court. It's what he is perceiving. And I don't think he's perceiving he's in custody.
He wasn't free to leave,
He doesn't know that.
and it was, you don't know.
It's
whether or
what
not-
he perceives. Look, let me read it again. A person is in custody only if a reasonable person would believe that he has been deprived of his freedom to a degree associated with formal arrest. He is not perceiving anything that these other people are thinking about doing or planning. It's what his perception is. It's his voluntariness. It's from the defendant's standpoint. And according to the state, his contention is he's oblivious to what may be impending.
That's true, Judge. And if the court would like to review state's.
And remember, once again, he isn't under formal arrest yet. He hadn't been brought in under arrest. He was a free man coming in. Nothing has changed from his standpoint. So the court finds it does not fit custody as the law provides for the inadmissibility of a statement made by a defendant who fits interrogation while being in custody, which are the two prongs to the inadmissibility of this. Court finds this scenario does not fit the definition of custody that the Supreme Court has set. Stansbury versus California.
At this stage, Judge, since the jury's out of the presence of the courtroom, I would like to go ahead and tender State's Exhibit 71. I believe that this this witness has already confirmed that this is a true and accurate representation of what occurred that day.
And what is 71?
71 is it's approximately 6 minutes of video along the lines of what I've represented to the court, is contact with Officer Halliburton and Mr. Angelle while this nurse is treating him and the questions that were asked about the gunshot wound.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I want to tender State's Exhibit 71. I'm offering it now outside the presence of the jury to handle any objections, so we can bring it back in a minute.
Review it?
If you'd like to review it.
Well, how can he make an objection if he doesn't know what's on?
I gave it to him earlier for him to review, Judge.
Well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Just making sure there's not any other objections.
Do you have any other objections, Tom, from what's on 71?
I think you made the ruling.
I made the ruling, but are you asking the court to review it? Review this,
We'd love to.
sir?
We'd love you to.
Go
It's
ahead.
not very,
Good, put it on. Let me look at it. So I'm making my ruling based upon the presentations that y'all have made and what I've heard up to now. I don't know what's on 71. That may or may not make a difference. Doctor, what we call this is court triage, what I'm going through, Rose. This is what we call it.
Triage.
Your name, sir? What's your name? Devin? Okay. Y'all take that off? Yeah, we're putting it on. Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty well. I guess you got shot, is he got shot on the west side somewhere? No, on the west side of the world. You know whereabouts? You know who it was? Oh. Okay. This is what I need to, do you mind if, I know you're just wrapping it up, but you can take pictures.
Oh, it is.
I didn't know when she was coming in.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Just real quick, man.
I'm not
It's
certain.
standard fire investigation, okay? She's good at what she does. Let me see where. Got shot. Was it through and through?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. It's just, I always take pictures so we can kind of match
I got
the
to push the face.
It's all standard, man. Thank you. I'll wait till they're done and ask you some questions.
Progressing on, not on that. We'll have to work it out.
Other things possible. Pretty good.
It still hurt this morning.
You ever been shot before?
No.
Not recommended, huh?
Then you say, oh,
How did you get here?
I had my meeting.
Were you on the bottom of it?
I was having this one.
All right, Officer Howard, we'll let you do your question, please. Now you're here. I'll just do it. Absolutely. And I want to take us more to the next meeting. No.
Hold on, guys.
So you didn't step, what started all this? Like, how did it end up getting shot?
Oh,
Are you arguing with somebody, or do you think it was kind of random?
now people were proud, bro. They all know it was driving around, toss town, and
Where were you at?
out, like, awesome.
On the west side?
Yeah, you know,
Whereabouts?
um.
Was it an apartment complex, at a house?
It was, but I was, well, happy where I was saying, it's like that, policy. Started to start, wow, it was, I can go out and see,
How many shots did you hear?
I don't know. One of them just, eat my food, I'm looking like this, I'm black, I'm so black, I'm making some in my head, I'm getting my back,
Oh, yes.
see, one of them ate my food. I don't know, so I did good. See, I think
You didn't see who it was shooting, or what kind of car they were in?
yeah, nah, we just.
Was anybody shooting back?
Who they shoot back?
Was any, like anybody you were with, were they shooting back at the other
Oh,
people?
no, everybody else.
Everybody was kind of running away.
There you go, people.
So nobody else there was got shot though? And you drove yourself here, or you said somebody drove you here?
Nah, I ain't drove myself here. I drove out, on Aaronburg.
Okay, you don't remember what street you're on? Huh? Are you gonna wanna file charges if you find out who did it?
Carol, yeah, I'm loud.
Absolutely, yeah.
You taking that there.
I understand. That either, I still have to do a report just because of severity, but, yeah, you don't have to file charges, you don't want to, that's completely up to you. What's your, how do you spell your first name?
STEPATE. And then spell your last name. ANCE. One L or two L's? Two L. Okay. Shit like that, man. Shit like that. Like, man, it just, shit like that just go on, man. That happens all the time, yeah. You know, it's just so happens, I got hit. You know what I'm saying? With it. So, like, around here, I can't just pick nobody and say, oh, I know this part, yeah, I know this part did this. And you got people riding around, you know what I'm saying, on that type of time.
Yeah.
Ain't no saying who give you or who don't like you, feel me?
You think you have a lot of enemies?
I'm just being like, huh?
You think you have a lot of enemies out here?
I do everybody. I'm saying you got enemies, I got enemies.
Absolutely.
Like, it ain't even gotta be on. It could be on some how you carry yourself, or it be like, you know what I'm saying?
And it could just be random too. You never know.
You gotta see the type of like side of them. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Stephen, when's your birthday?
That's saying what the state would like to offer, Judge.
Anything else, Tom?
No,
All right. The court finds as follows after listening to this, that there was nothing inculpatory given and stated by the defendant. It was obvious that the officer was conducting an investigation of the shooting, and seems to appear that the officer has very little information at the time, and seems to be starting from scratch on trying to get information through the defendant. The defendant is at the time being treated by medical personnel for a gunshot wound to his left foot. The officer is questioning the defendant about the shooting. These questions are open-ended. They are non-leading. The officer appears to be really trying to get general information about the event. The questions are not accusatory, and in fact, the officer even asked the defendant if he's interested in filing charges because of the shooting. Thus, the court finds that this relatively short portion of interchange between the officer and the defendant, and none of the answers, by the way, are inculpatory. But court finds that it does not fit the prong of custody that would be a basis for custodial interrogation, thus a reason to prevent and disallow the statements by the defendant. And again, these statements are not the questions and the interaction by the officer does not fit the term custody as required of one of the prongs to make a statement inadmissible. And also the product of this questioning does not result, this court finds, in inculpatory statements being made by the defendant. So it is admissible. Bring the jury in, please. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, the jury is seated. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience. This shouldn't take long. Go ahead, state. Go ahead with this witness.
All right. Prior to our break, I believe I was showing you State's Exhibit 71. You've had an opportunity to review that video that took place on December 27th, 2021, correct?
Yes, sir.
And all those events you can testify took place on that date there at the hospital in the emergency room.
Yes, sir.
Truly and accurately depicts what took place there.
Yes.
You know, I would tender States Exhibit 71 for the purposes of the jury.
It is admitted.
Permission to vote.
Granted.
Go ahead. Thank you. Yeah. My name's Officer Halliburton. How you doing? I'm Nathan Halliburton. What's your name, sir? What's your name? Devin? Okay. Y'all taking that off? Yeah, we're putting everything on. Okay. It's pretty, what, I guess you got shot, they say you got shot on the west side somewhere? No, on the west side of the world. You know whereabouts? Do you know who it was? No. Okay. This is our ID tag. Do you mind? I know you are just wrapping it up, but you can just take pictures.
Oh, what it is?
I didn't know when she was coming in.
It is what it is.
Oh, just real quick, man.
Oh, no.
It's standard for our investigation, okay? She's good at what she does. Yes, was it through and through?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna get more of a trailer, okay?
It's just, I thought we take pictures so we can kind of match
I got
the
an
footage.
extra foot to the face.
It's all standard, man. Thank you. I'll wait till they're done and ask you some questions.
Progressing on, like, well, after was every next.
I was just saying, pretty bad.
The water is it's still hurt what's going on.
Yeah, heritage, that's all.
Only not surprised.
You ever been shot before?
No.
Not recommended, huh?
So we get to hear it again.
How'd
How'd you get here?
I had somebody meeting.
Were you a lot on this?
Now, I was having this for him.
All right, Officer Howard. We'll let you do your questions and get out of your hair. Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want to take that story though.
So you didn't step on them. What started all this? Like, how did they end up getting shot? Were you arguing with somebody or do you think it was kind of random?
Now, he was around, bro. They all know it was a job around, hostile, you know,
Where were you at?
out.
On the west side?
Yeah, you know,
Whereabouts?
um,
Was it an apartment complex or the house?
I had one, I said, got that chorus. Started stuff, it was, I go ahead and see,
How many shots did you hear?
I don't remember. One of them just, in my foot, I'm looking like this, I'm backwards, so I'm back, I make something in my head, I'm giving my back. See if I'm in my foot. I don't know, so I'm trying to see it big. See, check out.
You didn't see who it was shooting or what kind of car they were in?
Yeah, nah, we just. Um,
Was anybody shooting back?
who they shoot back?
Was it like anybody you were with, were they shooting back at this other
Oh,
people?
no, everybody else,
Everybody was kind of running
like,
away.
they go, people.
So nobody else you were with got shot though? And then you drove yourself or you said somebody drove you here?
I enjoy myself. I drove and on
Okay, you don't remember what bridge you were on?
that's
Huh? Are you gonna wanna file charges if you found out who did this?
Carol. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
You take it like that.
I understand. Man, I still have to do a report just because of severity, but, yeah, you don't have to file charges, you don't want to, that's completely up to you. What's your, how do you spell your first name? Spell your last name? One L or two L's? Okay.
Shit like that, man. Shit like that. Like, man, it just, shit like that just go on, man. Usually,
It happens all the time, yeah.
You know, it's just so happy to get what I eat. You know what I'm saying? But, so, like, rarely I can just pick my eyes and say, oh, I know this stuff, yeah, I know this stuff, because, man, you got people riding around, you know what I'm saying, on that type of time.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling who give you or who don't like you feel me?
You think you have a lot of enemies?
I'm just getting out, huh?
You think you have a lot of enemies out here?
Everybody, I'm saying, you got enemies, I got enemies.
Absolutely.
Like, it ain't even gotta be on, it could be on some, how you carry yourself, or it could be like, you know what I'm saying?
And it could just be random too, you never know.
It could be wrong, could have been cost, right? Yeah, you gotta see what type of, like, the size on something.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Stephen, when's your birthday?
That's when.
Several questions, hold on. Go ahead. So Elizabeth, in that tape, you did hear that there were a whole bunch of people and a whole lot of shooting, correct?
I have to hear it again, sir. It was a little low whenever I heard it.
Well, if it said that, you wouldn't disagree with me, right?
No.
Okay. One quick thing. State's exhibit number 69,
Almost
that's the
done.
foot, right, on the outer side,
Yes, sir.
outside. And state's exhibit number 68, that's on the inside, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Can you tell which one's the entrance and which one's the exit?
Yes, sir.
You can't?
No, sir.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nothing else?
All right. Is this man excused?
Please, Judge.
You're excused, sir. Thank you.
Needs to come back to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're working for the evening. We'll see you back at 9:30. 9:30. Please remember the instructions the court has given to you. Have a nice evening. Thank you for your attention and your time invested in this case. Thank you very much for staying late. Your excuse too, Doctor. Thank you. Take care.
Okay, guys. I'm going to end now. Thanks, guys, for being here. Got some, just foundational stuff in there today. Hopefully tomorrow it sounds like it'll be a lot more interesting. So we have that to look forward to. Thanks, JMK, for being here. I'll be back tomorrow though at 10 Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, and do some more courtroom roulette. I will see you guys then. Have a good night. Bye. Thanks, Louise.